Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Monday daytime stream. I guess we should call it the daytime stream. All right, so we finished last night's stream at about 3 a.m. I was in bed by 4 a.m. You always need about an hour to wind down. And, so yeah, I think it would be really hard to start the stream at 10:30 a.m. anymore. I mean, that's only like 6 hours later. So we're probably going to push the daytime stream back a little bit. So here we are at about 12:30-ish starting. I think 12 is a good start period. So we're starting around that time. All right, new metal Charizard break. Waifu break on the move. And hot 151 surprise Gengar. All right. We opened a lot of 151 surprise last night, and no one pulled the Gengar, but I'm hoping somebody does. Here we are. So people are still busting through those. They're at a great price. We pulled a different alt-art. We're going live for Monday day. Weird calling it daytime stream again. We had a little excursion where we called it the Monday morning stream, huh? But for me, it's officially 12:30. That's like lunchtime. All right, let me, what is this message? Okay, cool. They're saying it's shipped out. That's good. All right. Let me throw this away. Your order is out for delivery. Yeah. Okay. Items received at PSA Vault. Your PSA order has shipped. Student loan. Oh, no. Signature is required for this package. Here is some more receipts. And, okay, we're throwing all that away. Perfect. That's all been thrown away. Lovely. It says here I spent some money last night. That's right. We bought more perfect order. Should have some eBay labels to print, too. Miss Alexis is coming in later tonight. It's a great time to ship your cards if you want to get your cards shipped. I got Mr. Riley Kretowick's slabs up here. He had a lot more than I thought he had. That guy had a lot more. Let me open this link. Let's go ahead and get this printed out, shall we? We'll just get this printed right now. How's it going, guys? Welcome. Let's go ahead and copy and paste this real fast. Open this up. It is Monday. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Rigo Rockstar says, hi, mister. Got the Gunnar cards on deck, says Gavin. Yep, that is a waifu slab. It is a break that's almost over. Look, it's halfway done. So if you collect waifu cards, that card's getting close to the end. But the other thing you can do, even if you don't collect waifu cards, you can jump in there just to try and pull it and trade it back to me for something else. All right, these are still in assembly. That's good, I guess, maybe. Ooh, we didn't get enough. You know, I didn't get enough submission work done last night. I didn't finish the PSA submission. I got to get it a label, and I got to add a few more of my own cards. So it's close to being done, but all I've done is uploaded the list. It's not 100% done. So I could have gotten that done last night had I not gone live. But we went live last night. Seven-day work schedule again, guys. We went live last night, and frankly, we opened a lot of cards. It was a busy Sunday stream. Like, that was a busy stream. It shows me what I already knew. It shows me that it is better to be a 7-day-a-week shop, not a 6-day-a-week shop. So this shall say 1BGS. Yeah, Sunday was busy as hell, man. We were live for, was it 4 hours? I don't remember. It was like 3 hours or 4 hours. It might have been 4 hours. And we had orders all the way to the end of the 4-hour stream. A lot of it was Sarah Dusenberry, of course. She is a big customer. We got to give her a bonus or something. She was going ham all weekend, so I was really impressed with that. But, you know, a lot of other people ordered too, actually. It was busy just the whole night. It wasn't just Sarah. And, man, if only I could have somebody, like, stream for me on my off days or something. I could have off days, and then I could also keep the stream up for 7 days a week, too. Okay, we're going to go ahead and print this as well. Print. Skip this. Meow, meow. I sold a Dumbo card. Wait, you know, do I even have this card? Hold on. I didn't even check to see if I still had it. I hope I didn't sell it already. I should have checked that first. Yes, I do. Here it is. You know, I used to have a lot of cards listed up on eBay. I don't anymore. So this just sold on eBay for $115. All right, we'll hit print. Very good. Gonna do some laundry and grab some Wendy's. Yeah. There we go. Let me turn this iPad on. Let me throw all these away. Very good, very good. Let's plug the iPad in. It looks like it's suffering. There you go, Mr. iPad. So, just move to VB. I'll do it. All right, I'm moving to VB, guys. I don't think it works that way. You gotta move out here. We are. All right, let's see. That'd be tough to do, I think. Your whole family's with you. You get homesick. Not me. It's easy for me. All right. Mr. loves his waifus. He's got more than anyone I know. Hey! Where's my stream? Why isn't it showing up? God, that's so annoying, dude. I'm trying to get the comment section going on the iPad, and it's not giving me that option. Oh, let me pause that. We don't want to listen to this. My own stream not showing up in my own recommendations. That's insane. It's got to be something like they just haven't registered it yet. But we've been live for 7 minutes, so how can that be? Let's refresh again. How can I not be showing up 7 minutes in? Crazy. It's still not there. All right. So I guess we'll close this for now. Let's just open the app. The app's like an inferior way to look at the comments, unfortunately. But I bet I show up there, don't I? Yep, there I am. So weird. Weird how that is. All right. I won a poker tournament the other night. Dang, look at those ears, says Kevin. Hey, who's got ears? Wendy's chili is delicious. I ain't moving. You ain't moving? All right, so check this out. We got Redo Healer. Oh. We got Snorlax. Oh. And we got Mental Charizard. Oh. Beautiful. I can see 6 now. Rugged Adventurer. She's got her backpack. She's got all of her belongings in a cheap vehicle. She's just traveling all over the country. And she's got her little beanie on. She's like, yeah, I'm a wild one. I like to go all over. I'm going to go ahead and delete this. We don't need this. Delete. So we got the Dumbo shipping printed. Let's see. So far, there's no orders in the queue. So I'm going to take this as a moment to get Mr. Riley Kredowick's shipping done. Opposite of me. You can't say that, 6. You have to be like, yeah. We are. The number one thing Miss 6 really enjoys is going out into new areas. Areas she's never explored before. Rats everywhere. Maybe YouTube's like, why would I recommend the things he's actively on? True. All right, so we have an international order to ship. That is due. Fix Coinbase. Ah, geez, Rick. Second chance. You're in the second chance bag. Where's the Riley Kredowick's card? Did I already throw it away? I must have already thrown it away. Look how this turns the screen red. I hate that. So Riley actually had a much heavier amount of slabs than I anticipated. Hopefully he is light enough for all his stuff to go together. But now I am not as certain about that because he has quite a lot of stuff. Much more than I thought. Looks like it never saved his address the first time we tried to ship him. So let's build up his address from scratch. We're getting him ready for shipping. He ordered shipping like a day ago. Mr. Ivan, did you see you pulled the shiny Charizard? Cancel this. Click cancel all this. Says our total customers is up 21%, by the way. All right, we're going to say Riley. Here's O'Reilly Creditwix. We're going to click on that. Ivan's on a win streak. No way I did. Yeah. Yes, you did. We're jumping over here. That one win sets you all the way back to normal now. Did you know that? Check the breaks channel in Discord. You'll see it. Okay, we got Riley. Let me double check that this address is correct. Let me think. How did he give me his number? Because he had to give me his phone number. Oh, right. He gave it to me in an email. Okay. If you cannot find some of my slabs, there's a digital collection to refer to, but there might be a couple slabs missing from it. Okay, I've got his phone number here. Let me check the website to see if he had ever ordered on the website, just in case. Okay, so we're going to type in Riley. I'll make sure that the address... Okay, he's never ordered from the website. So then we're probably safe to just use his PayPal address. So we're using the PayPal address. Let's get back in there and grab his email. I finally got a win. Oh, finally got the win, Ivan. I'm hit up my LCS tomorrow, see what they want to offer on some high-end stuff. They're going to be like, well, we could do 80% last sold. It is actually a scary time to acquire product because it's like, it's so overwhelmingly expensive that it's hard to believe. So, you know, card shops do gamble. Their gambling is a little bit different from pack opening. Card shops gamble on whether inventory is going to go up or down. That's the truth. So like if I'm buying a bunch of inventory, that's a gamble on whether I should have all that inventory. Because what if it's really expensive today, but 3 months from now, and I'm not done selling through it, 3 months from now, it's like half that price. So I think people who collect, they gamble when they open cards or they buy an expensive slab. But the card shop that had the slab in its inventory is gambling with you. We're both gambling. All right. Whoa. Those slabs are actually much more expensive. They're much more heavy than I thought they were going to be. And now for the bag. Oh my God. It's literally at 1 pound, 15 ounces. So let's set it to 2 pounds. Let's set it to 2 pounds, 1 ounce and see what that comes out to be. Okay, we're going to say that this edit customs forms. We're going to say merchandise. Okay. All right, we're going to set the value. We'll set the value to this. Here we go. And we're good. Now, oh my God, he is in the higher tier for shipping. I know how to fix this. So we need to make sure that we stay under 2 pounds. He's at 15 pounds and 2 ounces, but here's the problem. I already know the packing material is going to send him over the 2 pounds. And then I'm going to get upcharged a huge amount. So here's going to be the trick. We're going to go through his bag and we're going to remove some of the junk. That's the trick. We'll keep it over here for him. He can donate it if he wants, but we're going to keep the junk over here for him. We're going to make sure he gets his slabs at least, though. So this is all part of the strategy. All right, what is junk in his bag that we can just get out of there? Oh my gosh, where did he get all these Gengars from? What the hell? He opened a lot of Trick or Trade. He doesn't have too much junk. All right, so doesn't look like he has a lot of junk in his bag to begin with, but let's get started. We got to remove some junk from his bag. Pheasantipity stays behind. Ogerpon Sinistra stays behind. Okidogi stays behind. That's what we're doing here. This packet of hollows stays behind. He might actually want these. I'm not sure. The non-hollows from Sneaker Bunko 1. Okay, I'll leave some of these in. Okay, let's take a bunch of these out. So we have probably reduced the weight of the bag by about 1 to 2 ounces there, which is exactly what we need right now. So Riley's shipping at exactly the line for how much weight he's allowed to ship before the shipping jumps up to $80. Yeah, that's almost not heavy enough. What does he have for slabs? Are any of these slabs capable of being left behind? If I was him, I'd leave probably this one behind. All right, so that's what we're doing. Riley is leaving these 2 items behind. I think he said he has a Discord server private channel. You can buy a private channel in our Discord server. If you guys didn't know that, it's 20 bucks. So he's got one of those channels, I'm pretty sure. And I'm going to go down here and take a picture for him. Thought he said he had one. Oh, yes, he does. You shipped. And now I'm going to take a picture. There we go. This stayed behind so that we qualified for the cheaper shipping. All right, there we go. So he's still got a bag with us. He's leaving this $7 slab behind, and we're going to get him the cheaper $40 shipping because we don't want him to have to spend $80 on shipping. It's just too much. It's too much. Okay, here you go. Okay. This is, we're going to say 4.26. This is Donkey Kong music, by the way. How nice is that? So Riley's bag would go in here. And we'll reset this to say 426 down here. So we're giving it a fresh, brand new age. Make sure it doesn't get too old at any point. And then these are ready to go. These are going to go for exactly 2 pounds, which is what they are. All right. So let's get back into the customs form so we can edit it to be just 2 pounds. First of all, we're going to grab this. We're going to do. There's a lot of work to ship international. Did you know that, guys? It's a lot of work. I worked pretty hard to get this just right for everybody. Now, wait a second. I want to make sure that we don't over-declare either. All right, we're not over-declaring. We want to make sure that the person doesn't overpay on import fees. Very important to me. Turn that down a little bit. Very important to me. Ah, and there we go. Shipping is $44 now. Oops. Having me fill this out again. Playing cards. 2 pounds. We're setting the value to 150, which I think is actually pretty generous for him. The goal is to kind of set it in a range where, you know, I don't think that customs will care. There we go. Now, this is our next step. So, I don't like to do customs job for them. I don't like to add up the value of the slabs for them. I like them to have to work for it a little bit. We're giving him some nice clean sleeves. Isn't that nice? Okay. All this work to get one international shipment done. Isn't that wild? I remember this. This is a promo. I used to sell this high school DXD card set from this maker, Osaka, and I kept the promo for myself, and it ended up selling for like $100 later. That's a lot of money. So these are prepped and ready to go. If you're an international buyer, we'll take very good care of you while shipping. We've been shipping international for 7 years. One advantage to opening cards in a rip and ship, even though there's a premium to the packs, once they're open, we don't declare them like a sealed pack anymore because it's not a sealed pack. You've changed the product. So we declare it a little bit on the cheap because I think that that's fair because the product's a different product at this point. All right. We have shipped international thousands of times and had almost no mistakes, almost no problems ever. I think the most recent not mistake, but issue, remember it was Jonas Gordon, and it wasn't even me who messed it up. It was actually USPS. They swapped our label with the label from someone else who was also shipping international. Remember, he received like, it was really weird. He received like trans cream or something like that. It was like a estrogen cream. And I had to look it up, and it was someone else. It was a seller on eBay who sells like estrogen creams. And they had shipped, probably to a person living in the same area. And I bet you USPS mixed our labels up somehow. Like at some point in our, in their factory or wherever they do the international shipping. Sarah, here we are. That was ridiculous. He thought I was like pranking him or something. I was like, this is horrifying. He ended up losing a nice little, here it is, Jonas Gordon. He ended up losing a nice little Halo card, but we took care of him after that happened. We told him we would make sure that he gets the equivalent value of that card. So we gave him even though he didn't insure it with us, he didn't do like shipping guarantee or anything like that. We took care of him anyways because it was just the right thing to do. All right. So these are going in here. She's got enough cards to fill 7 vehicles. We're going to go ahead. We're just cleaning up a little bit. We just got the Riley Creditwick's shipping done. Now we're giving Sarah Dusenberry an additional box. Sarah's ready to do some shipping, man. She's got some stuff. Says, I just received a FedEx box. Should I get it? That could be new slabs. Do you guys want to sit here and wait for me to go check the box from FedEx? It could be tag grading. I think I was having a tag grading submission come back. It would be all my stuff. If I go check it, it'll take me a minute to open it, okay? So, up to you guys if you want to see it. Let's see. We've included details for your shipment. Oh, there's a high chance it came from... Yes, it is. That came from Tag. Our tag submission just came in. So I guess the title could have been Tag Return. Hey, brother, it's Mr. Austin. Da-da-da. He is wanting to sell me some cards. I'm very open-minded to that. I don't know if you're watching, Austin, but I would be very interested in buying your slabs. Just got to find a price that's agreeable for both of us. Mr. Javier Arroyo, 10 Hollow Shuffles. Oh, yes, the Hollow Shuffles. Here they are. These have been going so crazy. The ability to re-roll a card you don't want made them so much more fun, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and a free one. So when you buy 10 of these in a row, you get one free. I've seen the free one. Oh my gosh, you're doing so well today. Hey, that'll be the McDonald's Pikachu you just pulled. Look at that, guys. We just started. Javier Arroyo scooping up McDonald's Pikachu. Now, you can re-roll it if you don't want it. You might already have one. Here it is. He went in as a $90 card, so it's up to you. Your re-roll would be pretty large. What would that be? Well, it would be an 85 re-roll, which would be like, I don't know what that is. Is it 17 or something like that? So Pikachu, McDonald's, or a 17-card re-roll. That's Javier Arroyo. You watching, Mr. Javier? You might have stepped away. Let's see. Brandon says he'd like to switch to Silver Tempest Lugia. I apologize, Brandon Boutillier. That card is gone. It got scooped up last night. So it was only on the table for like an hour and it was gone. Apologize, man. Mr. Brandon. Mister, I have 2 slabs with you. I'd like to sell with you if possible. I'm open-minded to that as well. Are they... Oh, did I just take them downstairs? I'm always open-minded. Oh, do you have them at your place? One thing we do a lot of, let's say that I don't want your slab in particular for some reason. One thing you can do, Six, you can have me place it up here on the table, and we do consignment like crazy these days. Like there's a ton, like look at this. This is consignment. I didn't necessarily want to buy this Sylveon, but it's a Master Ball English Sylveon, graded 10. And the little C means it's consignment. It's a Brett Love consignment. So when this sells, he gets 75% of the value. That's the payout, okay? He can also tell me what price he would like to sell it at, so he can lower the price or raise the price if he wants it to be higher. Keep, good choice. All right, wow. What luck, man. It's a lucky day for you, man. There it is. Boop. Our tag submission just came in. What did Brandon have, by the way? He had Pikachu Gengar. Ooh, that's a really big one. Let me throw that away. Here's Ivan Rodriguez. Shipping slabs only. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You probably want that Charizard. The slabs are with you. Oh, okay. That makes it easy. So I took some slabs downstairs already, but I didn't take them all down, so I can stand up and see if some of them are still here. So, Ivan, I'm going to make the label a little bit heavy. I don't remember how much you have, but I know you're always buying a lot of slabs. That's why you and I are besties, right? So we're making you a heavier label, and then you're going to have that nice Charizard in there. That might be one of your best cards now. It's kind of interesting, isn't it, Ivan? I mean, it kind of shows you how the breaks are. The breaks are interesting because it took you 18 tries to get that Charizard, correct? But the Charizard was like a 17 spot break. So by that point, you've pretty much made all your money back on it. So Miss Alexis will know what to do with this. There we go. Can't wait. This is my B2. Let me go look at your slabs over here. So let's see if Six's stuff is in here. Woo! Ah, darn it. All right, according to that, they're all the way downstairs, which is a really far walk for me. Let me check this submission too, by the way. All right, sorry about that. Took me a minute to find it. Karis like hid it from me. I have a receiving area, and she literally puts it somewhere outside the receiving area. So I was searching the front door. I was like, "Do you leave it on the porch?" All right. So we got a bunch of fresh tag slabs. I didn't bring them all in at once, so there's still some in the receiving area. I'm just bringing in a nice little stack here. See what we got. All right. You know, another thing we want to implement, Six, is the ability for people to consign their ungraded raw cards. Or their bags, perhaps. Maybe the whole bag. All right, it does look like I did a restock on the old made cards, which I find to be very cute, like this Ditto. I like them. They tend to be $30, $40, $50 cards. Lots of 10s here. I basically ran out of these, so... Ooh. Wouldn't you like that? Oh, this Gyarados got a 9. That sucks. I'm interested in selling the slabs and the bag. Yes, sounds good. I'm interested in helping you with that and really helping anyone do the same thing. So I want to be involved in consignment more often. Gyarados, Curly, Ralts. Okay. The only problem, Six, is I haven't figured out the best way to go about it because selling raw cards has been this thing I've tried to avoid the whole time. We're more of a slab company. It is. And I would need to find a system that works with the cards. Rakazapdos, Togekiss. Ooh. Some McDonald's cards. You just got that McDonald's Pikachu, right? Well, there's other cards in that set, like this Fuecoco and Quaxley. I could be a pig. What? Wait. Oh, just in time. Pikachu is back. All right. Should he go back into the Poke Shuffles? I feel like, what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, lovely. He does well. The Pikachu does well. Ooh, 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 lovely. My bad, I fell asleep during last night's stream and remember seeing the Lugia at the very beginning. You know, to tell you the truth, I might have another Lugia. I don't know if it's with me or if it's in the vault, but I might have another one. So how you feeling about that Gengar, huh? You feeling uncomfortable with it? You feeling like maybe it's too large for you? Let's see. Let's grab a sleeve for this. Okay. Sub up and like the stream, chat. Ooh. So, I'm thinking of putting this back into the Poke Shuffles. You guys want a McDonald's Pikachu in the Poke Shuffles? How do you feel about that, everybody? I know Javier just pulled one, so it's probably not going to be a big motivator for him, but... This might do 85 this time. A little bit lower. Again, what is that? 17? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Let's split this box over here like that so that we don't connect a bunch of cold ones together in the event that there were some cold ones ahead of that Pikachu that we just pulled. And then let's go with number 20020. Pikachu. Tag 10. And it's going to say big hit on it. One of my favorite cards, but yeah, I might have bit off more than I can chew with the price. Yeah, that's one of the risks for me. I'm sort of like the mortgage company going, ooh, I have to reacquire the home now. So now it's on my, it's on my books instead of a flip. It's a piece of inventory. There we go. All right, what we got here? What do we got here? Blaziken, Parasect, another Pikachu. This sucks. That got a 9. Darkrai got a 10. So it looks like this submission was all about restocking on a couple sets or brands that I had been treating as a sort of like standard inventory for the stream. Like if we run out of the Tarukas, I should restock the Tarukas. Look at these staff cards, guys. I got killed on the staff cards. 9, 9, whole bunch of these graded 9. I already saw it. Here's a little Diamond Pearl Dusclops. No, Dust Noir. He got a 10. Staff Alakazam got a 9. Really tough. But this guy got a 10. I'm pretty happy with this. You know, this is first edition Giratina from Diamond Pearl. Pretty good. All right. Placing this here. Let me go see if I can find you a Lugia. Okay, I'm going to go see if there's another Lugia for this guy. Here's Broly. What? Broly? I don't know if I have another one. I might have another one. I also don't know where I'd be storing it if I did have it. Not here. What is this box even doing here? What the hell is that? That's Team Rocket Returns. This is a bunch of stuff. I wish I could show this all to you. I got some crazy cards over here, man. This is Legendary Collection. Cardos. Wati Era. Okay, this is Charizard. Delta Species. Tops. I don't know. The Lugia might actually be in my vault. I guess if it was in my vault, we could still do a deal from the vault. I would just have to ship it back for $12. Doll hairs. Here's a bunch of stuff that's not Lugia. And what about this? Yeah, it's looking like that Lugia might be in the vault. Let me check my vault then. Maybe I should have done that first because I'm just sitting down, but here we are. One of my favorite cards, but yeah, I might have been bit off more than you. All right, so we're gonna check out vaulted. We're gonna type in Lugia. I have like 540 cards in the vault. There they all are. There they are. Oh, what the hell? Why did it do that? This app works so badly. So they are in my vault. Look, PSA says they're only $900. That's a bunch of BS. PSA's lying. They want to call it 900. They go, oh, this one's 900, but you can sell it to us. Look, it's 900. We'll make an offer of $844 for it. Yeah, I bet you will, PSA. PSA sucks, dude. Okay. I'll think about it. We are. I don't know if I want to withdraw them for the vault even. I kind of like them there. McDonald's Pikachu like you promised me to buy. I did make an offer to sell you one of my McDonald's Pikachus. You are. I just placed him into the Poke Shuffle for $85. So I'm going to offer one on the table for $85. This, because he could go into that Poke Shuffle box from here on out. He's a red label card. You can get him cheaper on eBay. Here it is. There it is. All right. Just letting you know that, okay? Just being transparent with you. Okay. Let's see if there's a new order in the queue. We have an order from Javier. 10 more Holo Shuffles. You really like the Holo Shuffles. I think a lot of people like them. Did the Rocket box break go off last night? No, it did not. It has a lot of progress over time, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wow, look at you, dude. Double tens, I think. We've got what? Myena and Mag Cargo. Holy, man. Let's go find these. I think the Myena is pretty good, actually. Yeah, check it out. Boom. That's $50, so you're ahead once again. This has been a good round for you. Is this a Mag Cargo? And Mag Cargo for $50! Wow! Now you know who's getting all the luck in the box. It's Mr. Javier. You got two $50 cards for the price of $50. What do you want to do with it, Javier? Fixing that up. Is the Holo Shuffle just card slabs? For the most part, there's some other strange things. Like I think there's a Silver Tempest pack that you can pull from the Poke Shuffles. Also, you might get redirected into the live customs or the Waifu Shuffles. So, you know, but yeah, for the most part, you're just going to get slabs. I can't buy eBay. I love buy from you. Remember, my collection is 95 from here. Nice, man. All right. Maybe this Nessa goes into the into the Poke Shuffle. I don't know how people feel about Nessa, though. Reroll the Myena. Okay. All right. 1 mag cargo. This shall be re-rolled. He will get a total of 9 cards on the re-roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, there's 10. He's going back in. Next time he gets pulled, he will be valued at 45. Good luck. All right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you get 9 instead. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No! No, the box is so tough sometimes. Some like it hot, some like it cold, some like the cards going back in the box. Here's Shuffle. I'm sorry, man, that sucks. Here's Tyranitar. I can't feel too bad because you still got the Mag Cargo, which I guess was valued at 50, but you know, he could have hit gold again. That could have happened. It can go both ways. Sent for the Pikachu. It's safe. Buy from you only. Oh, that's nice, man. All right, well, let me put you on the giveaway at least as a bonus, okay? I'm gonna put you on the bonus giveaway here. All right, Ivan Rodriguez. There it is. And here's a Pikachu. I'll just set this to the side for you. We have Anthony Haymeyer, tag rating for Japanese Pikachu from 151. Can you show the other cards I sent so I remember? Thank you. The other cards you sent, did I already potentially send those out? Let me go to tag rating, tag submissions. Doesn't look like I've sent your other cards out to grade with tag rating yet. So that must mean they're sitting in the other room ready to go out. Because I've been pretty busy when it comes to grading right now. Unless it's right here. Is it right here? No, it's not right here. So yeah, it's not going to... Ooh, what is this? Oh, I got to put these somewhere. I'm going to put these right here for now. All right. And I'll move this out of the way. So your cards are in another room in the middle of the process of the grading. But let me go find your bag. I think you wrote my name, and it says unpaid on it. It says Mr. Soy Sauce Soprano. Soy Sauce Soprano, tell me who you are and tell me what you're referring to, and we'll get it fixed. Mr. No worries, those Lugias do look nice in the vault. Yeah, they do look nice in the vault. Let's see, Andy Dirksen. You must be in the other A&N box. You're Anthony Haymeyer, that's who you are. I don't see a bag for you. Tag grading for Japanese Pikachu from 151. Can you show the other cards I sent? So I know what you're referring to. Okay, guys, he sent in some cards that he owned already, not from a bag. Sorry, that really confused me. I got to go find it. It's in another room. I'll be back. All right, I went ahead and brought in more of the tag grading slab return. But here also, oh, that's Pat Gibbs. I'm so stupid. All right, give me a second. I grabbed the wrong one. All right. Whew. There's like 4 of you guys have done the same thing. Check this out. That was supposed to sell on eBay, so I got this box of Yu-Gi-Oh left over. Anthony Haymeyer, and another box of the tag slabs. Woo! Here's what Pat has, by the way, in case Pat is watching. Okay, so don't forget that, Pat. Some people mail in cards that they already own to send to tag grading through me. You got Vegito, Halucha, Altart, Pikachu. That's the card you want graded. Ghastly, Dragonair, Snorlax, Machamp, Machop, Machoke, Rayquaza, Master Ball, Bulbasaur, Mewtwo, War Turtle, and Houndoom. They're all pretty good there, Mr. Anthony. I got 2 ETBs prismatic. What to do? Open or keep it safe? Man, that's a good question. That is a tough set to open. There we go. Just up to you in the end, really. People do open cards. That one's a pretty high gamble. Your odds of it failing are high. Anthony Haymeyer. And they're very expensive to open. There it is, as we have learned the hard way over and over again. Thank you, Mr. Anthony. Appreciate it, man. Six says she wants to sell some of her ungraded cards. This is a new idea. I've been debating doing it. So Six, I can't offer the service on cards that are too cheap. These are too cheap. Too cheap. Too cheap. Too cheap. Too cheap. Cards I would help you sell. Probably this Frostlass. Maybe this Gengar, I guess. This guy. Everything else would be deemed too cheap. Oh, the Alakazam for sure. But you know, you might be better off pre-grading it or grading it, one or the other, before selling it. What is this? Just bulk cards? How are they? Oh, it's got a little Eradicate. That's why. Veltal. Some cards are deemed too cheap to sell. This is possible to sell. I don't know. Pikachu common. Wily, Canary, Shroodle, Spearow, Dugong. See? So you've got all those cards, and it would be an interesting experiment to try to sell them on consignment. Ultimately, I feel like it's almost too much. It's too much of a microtransaction, Six. So the idea of sitting down and pricing up each one of these one at a time in the stream would suggest I have too much free time. That's what the problem is. I'm not using my time wisely if I'm actually pricing these. I got to think it over, Six. It's in the experimental phase, okay? It's in the experimental phase. That would take a really long time to do, I think. Pricing those one at a time. Here it is. It's a consignment play is what it is. So, but if I'm consigning $4 cards, it's like, you know, I'm making $1 doing a lot of work. That is not even going to be like working for minimum wage. I think it is kind of maybe like minimum wage, but it's like, how fast can I price them per hour? And am I making like $5 spinning my wheels? Like, how tired is my brain going to be pricing up $5 cards? I think that's the issue I'm trying to avoid. All right, so we've got Ivan Rodriguez, McDonald's Pikachu. Yes, sir. Want to sell them as a bundle? Yeah, a bundle might work. There we are. There it is. Oh, yes. Thank you, Mr. Ivan. Appreciate it. This stream brought to you by Mr. Ivan Rodriguez. Now, we're hitting refresh on the website. There are no website orders. There's no Cash App orders. There are no Zelle orders. The queue is empty. Let's talk about the breaks for a minute. So we've got Tyranitar, and we've got Snorlax. Tyranitar, Snorlax. Look at that. I feel like you should keep some of your cards, Six. That's the other thing. Like, I would hate to see you lose all of your cards, you know, like, because you go kind of deep over time. And so maybe what I'm trying to explain is a scenario where, as the seller, I want you to do well. I don't want you to necessarily, like, like this. Like you could take all your money and bet it on black, you know, or red, and then lose all your money. I would almost prefer that you bank some of your stuff so that I know you're overall getting to keep some of your hard work. But I don't know. I don't know how to feel or think about it, because that's also not really my responsibility to make sure that you do well with the cards. I know I felt the same feeling with Brandon Wong before, by the way. Brandon Wong would do some stuff like that, and I'd be like, Brandon, you can't do that. So look at all these beautiful breaks. We got the manga break, 10 out of 32. The waifu break, 6 out of 11. That is the star receiver that's going to go off. Here's a gym break, Topps Halo checklist. Here's the Meowth. It's a Taruka. Here is the new Metal Charizard. Now, this is an excellent break, guys. Take a look. Imagine owning both of these together. 98 and 97 sequentially graded cards, both with the PSA 8. They're in a very financially affordable range, right? They're not like the absurd 13,000 that the PSA 10 would be. They're even more affordable than the PSA 9. So these are just a fantastic collectible, in my opinion. Some cards are in the range of being a collectible, right? Like this Snorlax over here, he's a nice little card, and he might be surprisingly low pop as well, this Snorlax right here. So he's got his own things about him that are special, but this is definitely a collectible, right? Like the first time Charizard base set's ever been printed on metal. That's pretty cool. So I have a feeling this one will be one of the fastest moving breaks. Then of course, this is like a grail right here, Shining Tyranitar 10. So he's going to take a while though. He's really expensive. He'll require a lot of money to finish. And then we have our pack splits, Breakthrough and Jungle. These give you a chance to strike gold if you're very lucky. So those are, excuse me, those are running. Okay. I'll put this Snorlax in the front here like this. He's a cute little guy. What are we at? 30 likes. Good job, guys, on the likes. 6, she says, don't want them. I'm sitting on cards. Wanted to sell them in the bundle. You think the Pikachu will recover over time? The Pikachu will recover. Now, what are you talking about for the Pikachu when you say, will he recover? What's the jungle count now? So let's go over the count in the pack splits for you guys. We got this and we got this. All right, so these are those two packs that you just saw. XY Breakthrough is at 3 people. Now, XY Breakthrough isn't very expensive. It's only a $14 break to get into that one. It's pretty low entry fee. Now, with the expensive booster, this is 6 people. So people are, once again, kind of chasing after that vintage. I don't blame them. It's good stuff. All right, there we go. It's Mr. Krabs. This could be a break. This could be a gym break. Look at him, 80 bucks. Cool. Two spot break, 40 bucks each. We have an order from Mr. Javier. He says he'll try a shot at the live customs. All right, hunting around the live customs. There we go. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. What do we got? We've got a Flaffy. Okay. 1 cold Flaffy. Ivan, you can buy those cards from 6, but for her to sell those to you, I have to ship them to her first, okay? So I made that a rule a while back, and it made my life a lot easier at some point. We are. We're going to go ahead and refresh this. Okay, so I'm going to get some more slabs out. You guys ready for this? Today's a secret slab return day. Check this out. I was thinking you could take a cut if I sell to him. Yeah, that's the idea of consignment. Here we go. All right. We've got Fui Coco, Pikachu, Coughing, Charmander, Bulbasaur Pristine. Hey, we got a Pristine Bulbasaur. Ooh, I'm sleeving that one right now. We got a Pristine on one of them. All right, there we go. So I don't remember if I do times 4 or times 3. I think I do times 4. So whatever this guy would have been times 4. I guess I'll do, I don't know, $160 for this. So this is a nice pristine, but that's a really nice one. It's actually 993, which is a high pristine. Man, I'm going higher than that. This is a pristine with a high pristine grade as well. All right, so that's cool. Maybe we'll host a pristine break sometimes for someone who wants to experiment with them. Another pristine Squirtle? Wow, cool, man. I don't remember if my slab away is a pristine or just a flashy 10. Well, it's very hard to get pristines. And so it's most likely not a pristine because there's so few of them for sale. Go. Wow, that is not what I was expecting. So yes, this particular submission is clearly a restock. Look, there's Point Down Pikachu. I love Point Down Pikachu. This particular restock, this particular return, I mean to say, has been a restock. That's what it's been. It's a Pokemon restock on Pokemon Old Maid and even Trick or Trade. I started buying huge amounts of the Trick or Trade collection. What was it? Last year I did it. Ah, wow, dude. There we go. That's going to be a quality pull for somebody. Look at this poor guy. 9, 10, 10, 10. Here's a little Raichu 6. You like this? Oops. You like this Raichu? You want to trade some of your cards for a Raichu? You already got that one? 6, let me ask you this. What are your collecting goals? How can I help you with your collecting goals? What do you truly like to collect, you think? Pristine Golduck? Ah! This must have been one hell of a deck, man. All right. We got a pristine Golduck. My God. Somebody get Jennifer Yap in here. Tell her I got a pristine for her. Do I send these off to try for Black Label, do you think? It's really making me think if I was to send a deck of these off to Beckett that there might be a shot at a Black Label grade in there. A Black Label on an Old Maid card. That's a very interesting idea, isn't it? Here we are. All right. Raichu. Do they automatically... I just collect cards I like and hold cards I think will get valuable. They are? All right. Put this here. Honestly, I'm going to put this in the 180 range. I just think he's that nice, you know. Some fresh pristines. Wow, super cool. William Wafter's here. He says slab away payment. All right, William, thank you for that order. We're going to hit edit. William Wafter, $75. $75 remains. Now we have an Ivan Rodriguez order. Let's see. Ivan Rodriguez. I am rejecting that, Ivan. I have not agreed to do this transaction. This is getting rejected. 6, I can ship you your bag and you can sell it privately to Ivan. I didn't agree to do consignment. We didn't agree on any prices. This is moving too fast for me. I don't like it. We are. So I should not talk so much about it. I didn't want this to occur. We're not doing this. Sorry, Mr. Ivan. I'm going to reverse this transaction. What you can do, I can ship her bag out and you can discuss a transaction between you and her, okay? But I'm currently not doing consignment on raw cards. We are. Sorry, my apologies. Oh, okay, no worries. All right, so there we go. You have been refunded. All right, so to deal with each other would be very easy, by the way. All you would do, simply ship your bag out and then just email him or however you want to contact him. And then you guys would just transact directly with each other. I am only contemplating doing raw card consignment. And when I started looking at your bag, I said, actually, wait a second. I don't know if I want to do this. So that's what I ended up doing. And so I don't want to jump the gun and start working on it. I have to have like a system in place that makes sense to me before I really start working on something. I don't like to do things sort of like off the cuff. And That's just how I am. By the way, we're supposed to have a free first-time order card. Let me set that up real fast. First-time orders, we like them. Let me grab this real fast. We've been doing a formula for this. See, we got one of these. And then let's grab a nice little card back here as well. How about a dark ride? It's a tax thing. Mr. doesn't like money. Sorry, my apologies. Taxes. What, for consignment and all that? No. It's not like that. It's just, I don't want to become necessarily like a raw card consignment channel. It's something I have to figure out. It has to be designed in a way that makes sense to me, that I basically, I don't mind working on it. We are. A while back, this isn't the first time people have tried to do deals between each other through the table. And I actually disliked it so much, I actually eventually banned it. That's when we made the rule that you can just do business with each other after shipping. And that really made me a lot happier after we changed to that rule. We are. Ooh, dark rye. Set this back over here. All right. It's like a kind of work you don't want to work on. It is. All right. It's hard to describe. It's sort of like, it's, the transactions are too small, and it's a kind of work that you're not paid to do almost. Or the pay is so small, it's not really something you're interested in. It's like that. So it's like, I'm not interested in making $5. It is. So we deal in larger items. Afternoon, peoples. Hey, what's up, rock, paper, scissors? How's it going, man? It sounds crazy, but yeah, it's like I'm not interested in making $5. It's as strange as that sounds. Like, look at these pristine slabs in front of you. That's almost $600. I'm interested in that all day long. But I don't want to get into the business of like these little microtransactions. So I am trying to stay away from that. Maybe we should offer consignment for like really expensive cards out of your bag. Maybe that's how we'll do it. But also, I kind of like to be in charge or in control of the pricing too. Like, I know Sylveon, I'm sorry, not Sylveon, I was reading Sylveon right there. I know Six will do a deal in the style that Mr. Brandon Wong might do it, where it's just sort of like, how fast can I get rid of my card? But let's say we were going to help Six with consignment. We wouldn't do it that way. The way it would actually work, Six would get the optimal price for her card. Meaning we would go research the Alakazam, for example, which I think is one of the better ones. And we would go see what the cheapest buy now price is. And the consignment would be based off of that. Not off of, let's say, maybe like a feeling or maybe like, hey, how fast can I get rid of this? We would not normally price it low for any reason. Here's Clefairy, here's Clefable, here's Pikachu, and here is Pikachu. So we would try a strategy where we optimize for a full value sale. And then if it doesn't sell, then you can start to clearance it if you think the market's falling or something. But so I guess that's the other thing. If we're going to do consignment, I kind of like to be in charge of the consignment price to a certain degree to ensure a level of quality. So like, I guess if you took like your boat, let's say you're in Lake of the Ozarks and you got a boat and you just want to get rid of it real bad, and I'm a boat consignor, and you said, sell this for half the value, I could just take that and run with it. But I kind of like to just sell the boat for full price. That's kind of what I like to do. And this is better for you. It's also better for the consignor. Am I the consignor or the consignee? It's better for both of us because, you know, if your Alakazam, let's say, is worth $40 and I'm consigning it for you, well, I get a quarter of the $40. So then it's not really in my interest to sell it for you for $20. Do you see how it's going? So I wouldn't create a system that works that way where it's like, how fast can we get rid of these? We would create a system that says, how do we sell these at the market price so that we get the full value? So that's how it would be set up. And, you know, that's just how it's just how it's done. Wow, a lot of cool slabs coming out. So we got a big stack here on my left. Tons of old made in this submission. Let me get the last box. I think there's one more box. All right, here we are. Consignee, consigner. Look how these blue slabs turn the table, the camera red. I hate that. Ooh, here's a consignment card right now. Here's Sylveon for 125. It's a Brett Love Sylveon. And here's Numel. I think the Numel is underpriced at 75, to be honest. I was doing research today on Power Keepers and another one, and they're selling like for more like 200, 240. So I think this card might actually be way underpriced at 75. When I priced him, I probably couldn't find anything to compare him to, and I thought, well, it's just a Numel. We're going to raise the price on this to 125. Still much cheaper than the ones I saw on the internet, but I believe that's closer to the correct price. Wow. Man, I love this Snorlax. This is Chibi Snorlax. All right. Wow. So lucky this got a 10. You know how tough tag grades too, so it's got to be a real clean 10. They grade really tough. Wow, man. Here's Mabostiff, Sandshrew, Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee, Pinsir, Pikachu 8.5. Ah, man, some 9s are popping out. Oh, another good 10. What is this? Oh, man, that looks fantastic. Charizard 10. Remember when this came out with VMAX Climax? That was 5 years ago, everybody. Gallade. Wow. Here's a nice Magneton. When this card came out, I loved it so much, I ran off and bought a bunch of the singles. Here's a nice V-Star Universe Charizard. I paid a very high premium on those. I bought those as singles. Here's Electrode 9. Here's a little Voltorb. Here's a Raichu. I got 2 Raichus for you today, 6. Wow. Here is a Classic Collection Pikachu. That is a straight-up hit. He could be a break. He's so expensive. Here's Magmar. Ponyta. All right, we like Ponyta. Classic Rapidash, Charmeleon, and Gengar. I thought there was a Charizard in the... Oh, there was. It was the V-Star Charizard. Right. My brain thought it would be a different Charizard. I'm still thinking about that clinic bathroom mister was talking about last night. If I ever use it again, I'll take a picture for you so you know exactly what it looks like. Yeah. All right. Let's see. I think it would be very cool to be a donor and get paid to donate. There. If I got paid to donate my stuff, I think that would be so interesting, and I would use that money to buy Pokemon cards. And then it would be the craziest Pokemon card ever. I think we talked about that last night, didn't we? I said I'd call him Spermazard. Wait, so where did the... we had a old maid Raichu for you, didn't we? I swore we had one just a second ago, didn't we? Old maid Snorlax, old maid Deoxys. Those are so cool, man. I swear we had an old maid Raichu. Is it actually on the table? Am I going crazy? It's not on the table, right? No, it's not on the table. These are classic collections. Oh, it's that type of clinic. How much would you get paid per load? You said per load. I don't know. I don't know. I'd be curious to talk to the doctor about it, though. I'm actually pretty interested in that. There it is. All right. You know, the world has a fertility problem going on. We are. And I'm just doing my part. Gotta help everybody out. But seriously, if you can get paid to do something like that, wow, dude. That'd be wild, wouldn't it? All right, so I thought we had a Raichu. Where's the card? Yeah, where's the card? I thought we had a Raichu. Maybe he's in pile number 2. This Houndoom's looking great, man. Oh, there it is. There it is. I got 2 Raichus for you here, 6. I don't know if you're talking about, by the way, selling some of your cards, but we also could do a trade. I just mentioned that. You are. Since we were talking about consigning those anyways. Look at this Houndoom, everybody. We got a little Tyranitar. We got Slowpoke. Ooh. That's Classic Collection Raichu, and that's Old Maid Raichu if you're looking for either of those. I donated my homemade yogurt for a year when I was living in California at a LA cryo bank. Did you actually? Wow. But it was just a free donation, is that right? How much did they pay you? I have them. Oh, okay, good. I got paid about 100 per cup. Per cup! Wow, that seems kind of cheap, actually. Let me ask AI. How much can I expect to make being a sperm donor in Missouri? You have to pass their application, and they go deep into your history. Short answer, it's not a big money thing, but you can make a side income. Per donation is $70 to $200. Most banks will land on $100 per visit. Crazy. You will not get rich doing this. You must pass strict screening, health, genetics, and sperm quality. Many applicants get rejected, so actual eligibility matters. You might see claims like 5K to 20K, but those are long-term commitments, top-tier donors, high-demand genes, repeat success. Very interesting. I would love to know if I have like any kind of DNA that would help me make more money. All right. What is this? I got a email from PSA. Oh, okay. They updated my listing to say Gold Star. Okay, good. Cool. Now we're going to jump over here to a Miss Six order. She says, one live costume. All right, you got it. You have to pass their application. They go deep into your history. I'm just saying. I got them blue eyes, bro. Blue eyes. I got 2 degrees, double degrees. Oh, here you go, 6. Boom, you've got Charmander. Oh my gosh, I bet that's the Charmander Mr. Tyler Davis wants. Let's see what it is. 6, having some luck today. By the way, we started later today, guys, because last night I was up till 4 a.m. 4 a.m. So we started the daytime, or for me, morning time stream. Is this it? Yes, it is. Yes, sir. Oh, now you must choose, 6. Do you keep it or do you re-roll it? And let me mention this as well. If you decide to keep it, you can consign this onto the table. In other words, you can consign it for 100. You would end up making $75. See, if it's sold, which you might. But yes, that is an option for you, is to consign it. Now, if you re-roll it, your re-roll will be 3 re-rolls. You'll get 3, and he'll be marked down to 75. That's how it works. Keep. Okay, do that, please. All right, she's keeping it. We're going to do a little research on it now. Charmander Classic Japanese. So this is why I was talking about 6. I like to make sure if we consign it, we're consigning it for the entire value. So this, I don't know how long he sat in the box, but we're going to get a price based off of the latest prices. You can also underprice him or overprice him on the table. That's allowed as well. But first, we look up the standard price. Wait, no keep. I'm conflicted. It looks like the first one in the United States costs 105. So if we can find him, he'll be 105. Did I say confine? Consign. There he is. He looks like this. He's a very pretty card. Are you trying to decide if you keep him? I'd keep him. I'm conflicted. She's trying to make a choice. You don't have to rush. What you can do, 6, I can just write your name on the back for now, and you can still tell me later to sell it if you change feelings, okay? But it looks like we'd do 105 for the price, okay? So there we go. I'll just write 6 on the back. I'll put them away and forget about them. All right, so we're going to say 6 right there. Oh, yes. Very pretty. Okay. She's playing the Pokemon collector game. Very cool. Up to date. Very good. Live customs, man. And all those slabs you guys just saw come in, those are all going to be new fodder for the Poke Shuffles and the, like the Poke Shuffles and the live customs. What do we got on the table here? We've got this new pristine Blastoise. That's cool. Did you guys see this Lord of the Rings Topps checklist? This is from Topps Chrome. which if you've been paying attention, it's getting really expensive to find that product sealed. So this stuff is probably poised to go up in price. And here we have the checklist for the set. And it just looks absolutely amazing. This is probably the best non-signature card in the box. So we have one for sale for $380. It's a very fair price. This card has sold for as high as $500. I don't know if there's one on the market right now, actually. We are. I want the Ray Ray in the live custom. There's a, oh yeah, he's a $400 card in there. He's a big deal, huh? Here's Mr. 3. We joked about turning this into a drill card where everyone pays it down and it gets drilled. What do you guys think of that? Did we hit 40 yet? We didn't hit 40 likes. All right, no 40 likes, no giveaway yet. Let me talk about the binder break for a second. So the binder break, we made it a little bit fatter last night. I tossed in this booster pack into the binder break, even though it's not supposed to have booster packs in it, but I just did. And the binder break's even larger now. It's continued to expand. So let's take a quick look. We've got all these original cards in it, but look, now there's this Charizard. He's in there. All right, so Charizard's in. And we still got all this stuff, all this. Just a ton of stuff, man. The Piranha Plant, Toad, Iggy or something? I don't remember. People were doing my lawn today. Cares hired a lawn care team. It was looking good, man. Oh, right. We got these Cardos Disney cards in here from the 100 celebration. Right, so those were more recently added. Here's a Topps Chrome Darth Vader. He was just added. We got a little 1989 Nintendo, and here's a South Park vintage card. Here's a nice Jasmine from Weiss Schwartz. Starmie, these were donated by Brett Love. And then we got some goofy little commons in the back too. So there you go. So the pack has gotten a little fatter. Not created, but the Charizard's a nice addition, actually. The Charizard itself is actually a nice addition. And we have a booster pack in there too. So the booster pack's probably worth like $1.50. It increases the value. Didn't Mark just give the checklist away? He might have given one away that was not graded 10. Yeah, he gave one that was not graded 10 away. Let me respond to this email from Austin now. All right, we're going to hit send on that. You know, one thing we're missing on the table, we're missing a heartbreak break. Here's Miss 6. She says, one live custom. So she's going to try that all over again. She said, hey, that worked last time. Let's try it again. Oops. There it goes. All right. You got it, 6. Good luck. 1, 2, 3, and 1. Okay. No luck on the second shot. I'm sorry. Funny. Tossing that. This guy could be a pull in the live customs. Maybe I'd lower him to 375. That'd be a pretty big pull. Here's this Magikarp. Is this accurate? Classic Collection Magikarp? Let's go look him up. Japanese. How long we been live? Less than an hour or less than 2 hours? Okay, so he is just about $93. Well, I don't want to roll him down to 75, so I guess we'll roll him up to 100. That's what we're going to do here. Okay. There it is. Off to the live customs he goes. 2, 3, and 4. I pinged you on the server. The box toppers are making their move. I've been wondering if the box toppers will go up in price. I was looking at them last night. Let's see what happened. So, okay, so Crystal Crobat hitting 1.3 thousand. Very nice. Here we are. I have some really good box toppers, you know. Like I have that Legendary Collection Charizard box topper. This shall be called number 6. Magikarp. T10. You just pulled the Charmander out of there, didn't you, 6? This music's catchy. There we go. Anything interesting in the news? Did you guys hear last night that Gold Star Umbreon, the original Gold Star, sold for 144K. Did you guys hear about that last night? We are. All right. Okay, we'll set this up here. All right, here's Mr. Krabs Penny Pincher and Qui-Gon Jinn. So Qui-Gon Jizz is not selling too fast. Honestly, I feel like these 3 cards are meant for eBay. Yeah, they should all be sent to eBay, shouldn't they? All 3 of these should be listed on eBay because they're non-Pokemon. And I find non-Pokemon sells a little bit slower. Pokemon sells really fast. We're going to lower this guy to 100. All right, Qui-Gon Jinn, 100. Qui-Gon Jizz. Let's see, what else can we take a picture of? We need a picture of something. We got to pull some slabs off the table, you know. We've got too many slabs running at the same time. Did you guys see this is for sale? We got a Cardos Green Label Charizard for 7,000. I'm open to trades or negotiation on this card. I don't really know what he's worth. So if you find some competing evidence about what he might be worth, I'm open to that. We are. I'm probably going to offer that one online. Cardos Charizard. You know, I just found that guy in a bucket like yesterday night. I was just going through some stuff I don't normally touch. And I was like, what the hell is this guy doing in here? I had 2 of them, actually. 2 of them. Now we're going to head over to the All Slabs channel and take a picture. Click. All right. One tastes great. So this is in the M box. Qui-Gon and Mr. 3 would be the M box. Android 17 would be the A box. Super Onyx would be the S box. Good. That Patrick Fishnets gets me every time. It's so funny looking. Look at this card. Would you guys like it if we had a mini break on this for 100? No, I should just send it to the live customs at that point. All right. That's the whole point of the live customs and the Poke Shuffles. They're a mini break. That's what they really are, aren't they? All right. So Fishnets Patrick going in. He's funny as hell. I guess the only reason why I might consider turning him into a Patrick meme T10 into a table break is, you know, everyone who jumps in the live custom might not be looking for a SpongeBob card. But I don't know. He's such a funny card. And I guess you could just re-roll him if you don't like him. Okay. There we go. Gold stars and box toppers. I'm sitting on stocks. How do you feel about Trump's wild tweet? Which one? Which of his tweets wasn't wild? He's off the hinge. He's deranged. There we go. It's you know, the current war is like a propaganda war. Has anyone else picked up on that? It's all about, it's not that the United States military has a lot of power. It's strong. It does have a lot of bombs. You know, Iran has no, or at least not very strong air defenses, and we could just actually bomb the hell out of them. Do you guys remember Hamas? Hamas eventually did negotiate after everything was destroyed and there was nothing left. They then eventually, facing annihilation, facing starvation, facing, you know, the point of no return, they said, oh, actually, I guess we will give you back the prisoners, the people that we captured, the people we took hostage. We'll give the hostages back. So, but that required, I guess, Israel to absolutely flatten Palestine, and then they negotiated. So America has the ability to do this to Iran, but it's actually a matter of propaganda. Will people go along with that? Will Trump be voted out? Will you know, Democrats win the midterms if he makes this move? So that is what it's all about now, which means when Trump tweets, I don't think he's tweeting to the Iranian leaders. He's tweeting to us. He's trying to get us on his side. He's trying to get us to view the war a certain way or feel a certain way about the war. He's saying, how do I get the American people to accept what I'm about to do next? How do we get the American people to say, yeah, go ahead, carpet bomb them or something? You know, like we did that to Japan in World War II. We carpet bombed them. We just indiscriminately killed a whole bunch of them. And he's saying that's what's needed to win the war, probably. And if you listen to the propaganda coming out of Iran, you kind of do get that feeling, well, like it's, yeah, this is going to be just like Palestine. They're not going to give up until there's nothing left. Here goes Mr. Joseph taking a big shot at the slab away. Oh, yes, I've been waiting for this. All right, let's see. Aha, $2,000 remains. All right, now we're talking. Almost done, huh? That was a really good one because it's, I think, more than double its value now. So you did very well on this Poke loan. Whipple says we shouldn't negotiate. The one where he said, praise be to Allah. Yeah, I saw, you almost couldn't tell if he was ridiculing. Like, was it satire or was he like, because for heaven's sake, I don't believe that guy is religious at all. He's no way Islamic or Muslim or any of those, you know. I think Trump is just I think he's very secular. You know, he's a multi-billionaire, former Democrat billionaire. I don't think he believes in God and all that. He's probably too smart to believe in all those things. But what he does believe is that the people he represents are religious enough that religion matters, and the people in the Middle East are religious enough that religion matters. There's absolutely no way Trump, with 3 wives, you know, Playboy magazine, right? He's on the cover of Playboy. Melania's like 30 years younger than him with fake boobies. There's no way that guy is a man of God, even in the slightest. He even said, I don't think I'm getting into heaven. You know why he would say that so nonchalantly? Because he doesn't care. He doesn't really believe in it. That's what's going on. He's not worried about it. And so I don't know. It was a very strange tweet. And I think he is just trying to propagandize the American people in a way that sets our expectations so that we understand what's about to happen next, you know? Like it's like a hard pill to swallow. Like, are we the bad guys? You know, because we're going to flatten this place like a pancake. And I think he's trying to get you ready for that so that once it's over, you're on his side over it. It's like, yeah, we're winning the war. And I think that's mostly what the tweet is about. But yeah, it comes off really unhinged almost. Did I not have one more staff card? I thought there's one more. So let's get these staff card 9s priced. Look at these very cool staff cards. Here we are. All right. I sent Discord about the slabs so you can look later. Oh, yes, you mentioned you wanted to sell some slabs on consignment. Let's see. So you had Chinese Leafeon and PSA 8 Chinese Gengar Master Ball. Okay, sounds good. Ooh, that Gengar getting an 8, huh? That sucks, man. Yeah, I'm open-minded to putting those into consignment for sure. So now we know 6 consignment. I'll write this down. 6 consign. All right. There we go. I hear that they're doing like a peace talk right now, like a ceasefire talk. But based on the propaganda coming out of Iran, I don't think it's going to work. I think they're going to continue to say, like, we won the war. Actually, we're in power. We won. We defeated America. America couldn't stand up to us. We win. So the Iranian regime is really not giving any signs that they are going to give up at all. And I don't know how that ends. We'll have to see. We are. I think Trump is not like the previous presidents. I don't think he's a guy trying to be morally superior. I think he's a guy who's only trying to win. He's like, we'll win at any cost. So I think that they're making a mistake testing him, because I think that was the same thing that happened in Palestine. I thought, you know, I think a lot of people were surprised to see Israel's like, yeah, we'll take down every school and every hospital. It doesn't matter. Hamas is getting out of here. We're getting our hostages back. That's what they decided over there. And I think they're pretty much testing the U.S. president to see if he's the same way, if he's crazy enough to go that far. Because, you know, it does kind of stain your reputation. Everybody wants you to be a nice guy. Everyone wants you to be like, no, America, we're, you know, high horse, moral, blah, 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 blah. And there's a certain cost to changing your brand to might makes right kind of brand, you know what I mean? and almost reinforces the ideology of your opponents, where they go, see, now you're as bad as us. So it's a very complex kind of, it's a complex subject in that way, right? Because we did get those hostages back, but people don't like Israel as much anymore. They're not stoked on it, Israel. 80 bucks. Ooh, pretty cheap. Is that right? Let's see. Yes. Oh, wait a second. No. This is 110. Which one am I looking at? Oh, this guy has no feedback. What the hell? Okay, so the first guy with feedback, it's $100. I was just about to say, like, that seems weirdly cheap. All right, so that's Staff Inteleon for 100. Staff Alakazam for 270. There we go. Do you think PSA return is from New Year's? Are you asking me when the New Year's PSA return is coming back? I think there is a January submission coming back. Actually, wait a second. Let me just look, because we had it loaded up, didn't we? So they're working on the January. There were 2 submissions. I think one of them strictly mine, and then another one that's got your guys' cards in it. And right now they're working on those January submissions. What's sad is that we have a November submission and a December submission, and those are in research and ID. And I don't know why that is. I don't know why they took so long on those. Take a quick look. See, look at the timing. So they worked on the more recent submissions first. I don't know why they did that. Isn't that frustrating? I prefer for them to be done in order of age so that people don't wait as long. And they're like, that's too bad. All right, Staff Meganium. Going to be $95. Wow. So there it is. Staff Meganium, Staff Inteleon, Staff Alakazam. Let's see. Just thinking about what I would like to open. Open. Let's see. We're hitting refresh. Let's go ahead and keep pricing up this big old return. So we just got a big return from Tag, and we have no orders in the queue currently. So we're pricing up a slab that you might be interested in purchasing. Here's Sudowoodo. We got 2 of these. Sudowoodo, he's sort of like, he's definitely more niche, but somebody might like him. All right, are you ready? Sudowoodo. We got to say Old Maid. There we go. And we're going to click on this. All right, 40. Yeah, that war is really interesting to me. I think it's the propaganda more than anything else. Each side wants to try and control, like, internet memes. I think we saw, like, an internet meme video come out of both Iran with, like, Lego bricks and out of China. There it is. And also, one of the things that's been really complex about the war is false information. So, New York Times reported that the United States was able to extract both of the fallen pilots from that airplane that got shot down, and they did so with no casualties. Iran claims that when we went in to go get the pilots, they blew up a bunch more of our airplanes. Now, I'm just going to trust the New York Times to be telling the truth, because I think it would be very hard for a bunch of American airplanes and American troops to have died without somebody, telling the truth in America. So I trust that Americans will be like, hey, my son just got shot down in the raid that saved the other pilot's life. So I don't trust the news that came out of Iran about that, but it showed me how hard they're working overtime to control the narrative of the war. So somebody's lying. Either Iran did shoot down a bunch of airplanes while we were rescuing the guy, or no one died while we were rescuing the guy. And I'm betting that no one died while we were rescuing him on our side, because again, if he did die, there's no hiding that in America. The parents will tell the news. The news will tell the people. So you can't lie about that. But you can lie about that over there. They have a dictatorship, and they can control the media, and it's much harder to track over there. So it's very interesting because I've seen them produce videos where they showed our Carriers getting blown up. They use AI to do that. So the Iranian regime made like these videos of American carriers getting blown up by their ships. So there is a full misinformation campaign that goes on to discourage Americans in the war and make it feel like we're losing. And that's the tools of war today. Now wars are about cheap drones and propaganda on the internet, memes even. How fascinating. That Snorlax is tempting. Let's put him up into the Poke Shuffle. I'm just gonna put him in there for a flat 50. I've got another one though. Here, you keep this one on the table for 48. So I don't have to, well, no, I have to get a price tag on him anyways. Snorlax, old maid Snorlax. You know, propaganda plays a big role. There was a lot of propaganda in World War II as well. Tons of it. Cartoons were made. Disney was making cartoons. Dr. Seuss was making cartoons. The Looney Tunes were making cartoons. War propaganda, because you have to get the American people to agree to the war. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Trump getting so involved with Iran is really interesting because he sort of ran on a no more Middle Eastern wars kind of message, which was a very popular message. Americans were really tired of it. Old. And then he got into power, and the first thing he said was, I think I think Canada should be the 51st state or 52nd state. He said, we need Greenland. We need the Panama Canal. We need Canada. Whoa. Very different tone the moment he got into power. Here we are. All right. So Snorlax is going up. See how hard it is to talk and write a name down at the same time? It's tricky, man. That's called multitasking. It's almost like playing the piano. One hand does a certain set of notes and the other hand does a different set of notes. That's tricky. Let's see. Plus, there's homes in London have good Wi-Fi. Madero is letting out a lot of information. Madero, huh? Isn't that like a beer? Let's see. No orders in the queue. We've slowed down at this point in the stream. So I guess that means I just get to price slabs all morning. Here's a Wabafet. Oh, I love these Deoxys. Aren't those cool? Big fan of those old maid Deoxys. So this submission has clearly been the old maid submission. We got plenty of old maid cards back. Seeing how we mostly sold through the original submission. There wasn't much left. We are. Here's Wabafet. Now we got those interesting Tarukas too. I like the Tarukas and the poker cards. I'm a big fan of the poker cards. We got to put out a new round of those. Poker cards are reaching unbelievable prices. Did the Destined Rivals box go off? No. In fact, it's not even close. It's got a long way to go. Remember, it's a 20 spot break. That is a big freaking break. 20 spots at $40 a spot. That's a lot of moolah. What did go off last night is the shiny Charizard. Mr. Ivan Rodriguez pulled it. It is. All right. Point Down Pikachu. I love them. Let's get a price tag on Point Down Pikachu. Oh, there's like a cat hair in there or something. How did that get in there? My kitty loves me so much. It's crazy because I don't even give her much attention. Karis is the one who gives her all the attention. She climbs on me every night now and just licks my cheek for like 20 minutes. She just sit there grooming me. So wild. Very cat-like. All right, so this is going to say Pikachu Old Maid. There you go. All right, so Point Down Pikachu. He's not too expensive, believe it or not. He got to be $45. Point Down Pikachu, guys. Oh, yes. Now, how about these Wabafets? Oh, wait, we already sleeved them. I'm going crazy. Ooh, Deoxys and Wabafet. Wabafet. Yes, we did a round of old maids before, and they sold through, and so this will be a new round. Now that we're stocked back up on old maids, I can focus on other card sets. Okay. He's pretty cheap. He's $35. I think it's about time to do a fresh round of the classic collection. Don't you guys think? All right. I think it would also be interesting to do a submission of like some card sets we don't often see, like Charlie Brown or something. I tried to do Charlie Brown bicycle cards and they didn't service it. Deoxys Old Maid. Oh, my leg. So the Deoxys goes for about 40. That's great. Look at these prices, man. That's what's cool about these cards is they don't cost too much. All right. So that is a lovely Deoxys. Just came back. And we got this Raichu. Any more of these old maids? Raichu Dedenne. Ludicolo. He seems like a lot of fun. Fui Coco. This submission had a lot of 10s in it. I'm pretty pleased, actually. Lots and lots of 10s. So we're going to have plenty of cards available for breaks and for live customs and for Poke Shuffles. Ooh. All right. What do you guys want to talk about today? It's Monday. It is Monday. We could talk about record prices. Did you guys notice any new record prices? Old Maid Raichu. Oops, I spelled that wrong. Oops. Oh my God, why isn't this working? What the hell? This app is so broken, dude. I didn't mistype. The app like glitched the keyboard forward. There you go. So Raichu is a $40 one. Didn't Trump set a deadline for today with Iran? Not today, tomorrow, Tuesday. Very ominous. I would not want to be an Iranian tomorrow. I would want to be living somewhere else. We are. Here's this as well. Okay, Dedenne. And we'll grab this. Good. And we'll grab this. Oops. It's an interesting time in history, I feel. Don't you guys feel like it's an interesting time? All right, so these guys got to be cheap, man. Let's see. He always sets deadlines and warnings. Iran isn't weak. Now, I disagree. I think Iran is very weak compared to the United States. But the United States plays with its hands tied behind its back. The only thing the United States would need to do to win that war is carpet bomb the entire Iranian country, killing everybody, literally. And that's exactly how we won World War II. We did exactly that. That was how you win a war. But the American people are weak. We would never accept it. We'd say, no, that's mean. So no, compared to America right now, Iran is very weak. They could not stop a carpet bombing of their entire country. We would carpet bomb them very badly. And I think Trump's kind of insinuating it's going to go that way over time. That's what he's saying. He's like, we can head toward the carpet bombing. You're going to lose everything. You're going to be the next Palestine. You'll have not even one building will be left. So he's going to head that direction, in my opinion. I think he's a kind of guy who refuses to lose. But the question is, does he later lose his elections? So I think he's weighing that too. I think he's trying to decide if he's got enough influence to do what he wants. All for Israel. Mr. Russ, you know, they chanted death to America for like 40 years, right? Here it is. Iran chanted death to America. Iran killed thousands of their own people who didn't want to live under an Islamic dictatorship. They were enriching uranium to the point that it could be used in a bomb. Some of their own officials admitted they were building a nuclear bomb. Here it is. All right. Let's grab this. There's more than one country was interested in seeing Iran go. So you could say we were doing it for Israel. But the UAE didn't like them. Qatar didn't like them. Saudi Arabia didn't like them, right? Shia and Sunni Muslims, they didn't like each other. Two different groups of Muslims. So the idea that it was just for one country, I don't think that's true. What is true, though, is while Israel was fighting Hamas, Iran shot, I guess, thousands of missiles, conventional missiles, into Israel. So let's say we're in a war with the country and the nearby country shoots 1,000 missiles into our actual heartland. You might decide they're your enemy too and they got to go. So I don't think that Israel, whether you like them or whether you think that they're evil Zionists, I don't think that their decision is any different than one we would have made in their position. But also, it's not one country that wanted to see Iran go. Iran chanted death to America for years, attacked their neighbors, and were building a pretty serious conventional arsenal of weapons. But they weren't just building ballistic missiles, they were enriching uranium. No one in that region wanted Iran, which is a holy theocracy, right? So they think they talk to God, obtaining a nuclear bomb. Nobody wanted that. And they refused to stop because they were on a holy mission, right? So it's, it's not that simple. We are? Propaganda. What you're saying is propaganda. You can say what I'm saying is propaganda and what you're saying is propaganda. At some point, we have to say, like, what actually was happening, So Iran was shooting a lot of missiles into their neighboring countries. So even before Hamas did their big attack in October, Iran had shot missiles into Israel many times, which is why we ended up building the Iron Dome. That was why it was built, because of Iran. Iran had fired a lot of missiles into Israel because it's sort of like a Muslim versus Jew kind of thing, like who's going to get to control the Holy Land. Here it is. Look at that. Flood Combat Elite, Shuppet, and Numel. Most country support Iran. Are you talking about here in the United States? Can you please show the breaks? Yes, sir. Let me show you the breaks. All right. So we've got this wonderful Snorlax Lightning break. Here's the Rare Candy break. Here's the Mega break. Here's Meowth and the Checklist break. These are gym breaks. Very nice. Taruka. That's a new thing, the Tarukas. Oops. Let me move these to the side. All right. We got the Waifu break, up to 6 out of 11. It had some progress last night, by the way. Very nice. We have the Mark giveaway. We need to work on that. The Manga break. Pack Split 1, Pack Split 2. Beautiful. Yeah, my personal feelings on it is if any country is going to chant death to America and build a bomb and they're religious guys, they got to go. I actually feel that way myself. I think that the war is unpopular because Americans are tired of war, but it's like you don't get to decide if the world is a safe place or not, It's just, it just happens to you. The world happens to you. That's the way I feel about it, and the world was happening. All right, let me start this up real fast. No one knows for sure what's going on. Everything we talk about, the social outlets want you to believe. Well, I've been watching politics for a long time, and I will tell you confidently that the Muslims have been trying to kill the Jews out of Israel for a long time. They go, hey, that should be our holy land, not your holy land. And so that's true for Iran, and they've been shooting missiles into Israel for a very long time, and that's why they built the Iron Dome. That's why it exists. So they've been shooting missiles into Israel for a long time to get control of the Holy Land. Who do you think should have the Holy Land? All right, let's go ahead. I don't think the land is holy. That's my position. I think it's a non-holy piece of land. All right, we're going to say Mark. All right, guys, type in Mark to get into the free giveaway. Ooh. Look at that. Beautiful. They've been shooting bombs into Israel for so long, it's ridiculous. Every year and a half or 2 years, you will hear like World War III starting, because it will be like Iran fires 500 missiles into, and this wasn't just Iran, but like all the surrounding groups too. They're firing like 500 missiles into Israel. And it's like, well, geez whiz, dude. How can you live like that? How can you live with your neighboring countries shooting missiles into your country? Here's rock, paper, scissors. I'd be a little on edge. Rock, paper, scissors. There we go. Very nice. And Here's a bone. I think they all need to get along, right? That's my position. And I think the only way they're going to get along is they have to stop being religious. I really believe that. As long as you have a religion that tells you you have to take over the world, you're going to fight. You know? So you have to have a modern belief in a world where people get along with each other. There's Andy Man on 19 and Team Rocket Grunt. You squeezed in there, man. Let's see what we get. There we go, number 18, Miss 6. Oh. There we go. Watching the news for a long time could potentially be a problem. I'm just a brainwashed zombie. I've never questioned anything I'm told. All right, so this is for you, 6. You know me, Cardconomist, the gullible. We are. You're funny, man. All right. Very good. So here's a refresh. That was a really nice giveaway by Mr. Mark. It was a $45 value. And here we have Mr. Tyler. He says he'll take the Pikachu. Pikachu's pretty good. Let me grab it. All right. I got to listen to the right news. What would you say is the best thing I could watch right now in terms of a news source? The way I get my news today, I actually watch a lot of Instagram and a lot of TikTok. Those are my 2 favorites. I don't watch YouTube Shorts as much, I guess, even though I post a lot of YouTube Shorts. But a lot of TikTok, a lot of Instagram. And I get a lot of news from a lot of different sources. There's a lot of competing ideologies. And I like listening to people argue. I really do. Here we have an order from Team Rocket Grunt. Throw me into the Metal Zard break. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is a very good one. And I have a feeling it's not going to last very long. Not CNN. What? CNN. Honest, balanced. I only listen to Bill O'Reilly. He's still around. Did you know Bill got fired from Fox News for like sexual allegations or something like that? So he gets fired. And he starts this like bad YouTube channel years ago. That YouTube channel is huge now. Bill's got a massive following. I can't believe it. He gets crazy amounts of views. When I was a kid, I used to listen to him every morning, Bill O'Reilly. Every single morning, because my parents were conservatives, and they loved all the conservative talk shows. Sean Hannity, too, actually. He's still, him and Bill O'Reilly are still at it all these years later. They're still reporting, still spinning. The no spin zone. They're still spinning. But I don't actually listen to very much of the Bill O'Reilly show. It's fun to hear him, though, on occasion, to hear his old talking. But he's not as exciting, you know, as the young people who make content these days. People who are young, they make content so fast, and so they're like connected to the emotionally charged and dramatic version of content that everyone prefers. Bill O'Reilly, he's old school. He's sort of like, he tries to talk like a real professional, you know what I'm saying? And it's just sort of a bit dry. I haven't listened to Sean Hannity in years. Sean Hannity, he's like a 100% a cheerleader for the Republican Party. He does a good job, though. Yeah, let's see. Team Rocket Grunt, let me get a live custom and 3 Pokey Shuffles. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. We'll do it live. Yeah. What a boss. Wonder if he was really guilty of the things he got accused of or not. You never know. All right, what do we got? 1 Keldeo. I don't even know what he was accused of. What, he like touch a girl's butt or something, or look at her and talk to her bad? His Keldeo, Mr. Team Rocket Grunt. I'd say ground news, but in reality, we the people on the internet are currently the most accurate news. Owen Schroyer for news. All right, let me see who Owen Schroyer is. I think you told me this before. Owen Schroyer. Oh, right. He used to work for Alex Jones InfoWars, right? All right. Very cool, man. Let's see. Who is Owen Schroyer? Let me turn this down. Da-da-da. He said Alex Jones is too anti-Trump or something. I don't know. All right. So there we go. I don't tend to get my news source from one person. So this is Team Rocket Grunt. Let's get you your 3 Pokey Shuffles. Let's grab this. My personal philosophy is that the world has to become irreligious to reach peacefulness. It does. You have to be able to be flexible and say, my God doesn't tell me to dominate you or conquer you or kill you or convert you. You have to be able to reach that point to live in peace. Like, you can still be religious, but you just can't have all those things like, you're an infidel, you're a goyim, here's the Crusades. You have to get rid of all that stuff. And so that's my personal belief on all that stuff. So I don't see the war as like black and white. Oh, I don't like Israel, or oh, I don't like Iran. I see it as an outcome of these religions, like Elon Musk uses that word mind virus. I think of it like that. It's a little bit like we're having these issues because people worship their guy in the sky, and he says, oh, you need to kill these people who aren't like you. And, you know, so when we get past that stage of the Middle Eastern religions, because that's what all three of them are, all three of them, Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, they're all this, you know, desert religions. I call them the desert religions. When the world gets past those enough, you'll probably see a lot of peace. You know, dollar. Like, they're not sweating themselves over these religions in a place like, I don't know, maybe Finland or something. You never hear troubles in Finland because they're not busy doing, you know, Middle Eastern religions that tell you have to conquer the world. They have a much more peaceful society and lifestyle, and that's what we need to do as well. But that will be very hard. How do you convince people to let go of their religious convictions? It's difficult to do. People are not willing to do that. And I view it as a lack of intelligence. It's actually an IQ problem. You have to have a higher IQ to let go of it. Here's TRG. Ooh. You have to have a higher IQ to realize you shouldn't be fighting over the Holy Land. Quick, kiss this rock. Put your hand on it. Now you've received the special powers. You know, you've been blessed by the rock. That kind of stuff, that is not high society. That's not like a higher level society kind of function. That is some weird ass stuff, and we're just used to it. We're like, humans like to think of themselves like angels, like we're this super advanced species. I don't think it that way at all. I think we're like hairless monkeys. We just barely made it. We're just a few brain cells better than the monkeys. It's done a lot for us, but we're still evolving. That's the way I see it. We're still building up our intelligence. We're aware that we should build our intelligence. That's good. Humans know intelligence is what's needed. So we know the goal is to build it further than where it's currently at. Re-roll, not politics. I've seen the Holy Land. It's not that good. Oh, hold on, wait a second. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on, wait a second. He said re-roll. All right, please re-roll. You got it, man. So here's Dolive. You can't say no politics if you're the one who brought up the politics. This is going to say Dolive, or you're talking the politics. Let's see, Dolive. And we're going to say number 079, T10. I was running on autopilot a little bit there, though, wasn't I? Let's grab this. Back in the day, there were no re-rolls. Re-rolls are new. You guys like them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good luck, Mr. Team Rocket Grunt. You're going to have a 10 re-roll in there. Okay. Oh, and let's mark this down from 55 to 50. Poor Dolive. Look at that. Place that up there. All right, good luck. Maybe we strike gold. The real religion is Tuhulu. Yeah, I think you're right, actually. 1, 2, 3. Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Team Rocket Grunt striking gold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you do successfully go into an unrerollable item. $40 to the oldest break. All right. Is that a downgrade? I don't know. I guess it depends on if you get pulled in the break. If you actually get pulled in this break, you're doing even better. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No re-rolls on this one. Okay, this goes back into the box. And let's go grab your spots. Oh, yeah. There goes. Did you just say Tuhulu? Kuhulu. Rerolls are new? How new? They're pretty new. We only introduced them maybe 3 months ago, 2 months ago. There it is. You can't blame religion when Trump is trying to take Canada, Greenland, and others. Ego is another factor. Oh, true. Yeah. Yeah. I think what you're trying to say is humans themselves have the desire to conquer each other. And perhaps religions are simply an expression of our human nature. So maybe you're correct about that. Maybe you would just get rid of the religion and the desire to expand or to conquer will just remain in another form. You are? All right. Very nice. But, you know, I think the goal is to reach enlightenment, isn't it? And at least we can say that those religions are nowhere near that enlightenment. Look at that, 7 out of 11. Ooh, getting close, guys. The waifu break. Let's see, saying the Lord's name wrong. Oh, you're saying I'm saying Tuhulu wrong? Where does the $40 go into? I have chosen the waifu break to be the star card. It is now 7 out of 11. There are 4 spots remaining. Mind you, he played Smite religiously. That's right. I know all the gods now. Actually, Cthulhu was in Smite, wasn't he? I think it's offensive that they didn't add Jesus or Yahweh or Muhammad into Smite. That's offensive to me. There you are. Actually, I think if I was Indian, I would be offended. You know why? Because they put all those Indian gods in there, right? As if their gods aren't real. But they actually still worship those gods in India in modern day today. They still worship those gods. And then would they add like King Arthur and Cthulhu? But they didn't add Muhammad, Yahweh, and Jesus. So I think that that's kind of an interesting issue. Controversial anyways. It's almost like they're saying some gods are illegitimate and some are real. Okay, there we go. Tatsugiri. All right. What do you think of that? That's pretty interesting, right? PSA 10. Tatsugiri. Old maid. 35. I watched that video, by the way. It was that one guy. Is his name Jamie Olivier? I don't remember his name. Oliviera or something like that. He did the video on all of the Indian immigration into Frisco, Texas. Or Frisco, Texas. That's part of Dallas. I was just there. I saw it, actually. There were a lot of Indian restaurants. There were a lot of places you could buy like Muslim garments or something like that if you're a girl. There were a ton of buildings like that, and I thought it was kind of interesting. It truly did feel like a place where everyone was kind of descending into, right? Like this, it was, I think I described it as like a state that felt like a foreign country. And I said that when I came back. That was my description of Dallas, Texas. It felt like it almost wasn't an American city. It looked very clean, though. There was nothing wrong with it. The city was clean. It was organized. People were following the rules. It was, however, too hot for me. I felt like it was too hot. I thought that it being a really big city and a really big state would be like a nice thing. Like there'd be so much to do. But actually all it really is copy and paste of the same suburbs, the same Walmarts. You know, it didn't actually feel like I gained that much being in the state. But it felt very, very, very diverse. Like a certain kind of diversity too. Like it's not the same as having one person from every country in your city. It felt like there was a lot of Mexicans, a lot of Indians, and then on occasion a white guy. Like I think I told the story about how we went out to eat at a Chinese restaurant buffet. We love the Chinese buffets, and we were the only white people in the whole buffet. It was just one couple. It was us, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that I almost feel like you experience such an extreme level of being a minority that you're like, well, am I home or am I traveling to another country? You know what I mean? So you experience a feeling like that. It's an interesting experience, and I think some people love it. But I came back to Missouri, and it was instantly nice and cool, and we have the beautiful lake, and I said, oh, I guess we're staying here for now after experiencing Dallas, Texas. Now, I don't know if we would experience the same thing in Florida, but we need to go back to Florida for the 12th time and take a look at Florida too. But I think a lot of that is on pause until we know if Missouri becomes a no-tax state, which would be amazing. If it becomes a no-tax state, I'm already in the perfect spot. Cheap lake house, no-tax state, cheap cost of living. Here's Curlia. But yeah, it was an interesting experience over there, and I watched this video, and I said, oh, wow, other people have noticed this as well. And You know, it's funny because he tried to make the Indian people in Frisco, Texas look really bad. They seemed really normal. And so it's really fascinating how country or culture or people can have a conversation about blood and soil, right? A population of blood and soil versus maybe like a true meritocracy where anyone from anywhere can just get in if they can get in, right? Like, oh yeah, I got a job, let me in. It's 49. And so, you know, let's say there was a country in the world where there's a lot of smart people wanting to come over and they're just hardworking people. There's nothing really wrong with them. Do you just absorb as many people as possible? Or do you keep the land looking like, hey, we were a majority European 10 years ago. It should stay that way. What's actually the best way to run a country is a really interesting conversation. Here we are. I think is a conversation they're having in Europe right now. Did you hear about, this is in the news, guys, since I watch a lot of news. Germany is ejecting 700,000 Syrians. Did you hear about that? And they have a liberal democratic government right now, you know, based on, you know, if you were to understand their politics. They do not have a conservative political leader. They are sending 700,000 Syrians back to Syria. At least they say they will. I don't know if they actually will, but that's very interesting. I don't understand why they did that either. Are they going back on their beliefs about a, you know, mixed society, or is it because they believe that the people that are there are losing Germany money? Like, what is it? What was the motive? Maybe they just believe they're going to lose power. So they go, okay, we have to do this or we'll lose power, which shows you, you know, in a democracy, people have a lot of influence to be able to affect the politicians, if that's the reason. Florida's cooked. Well, they're cooked because it's kind of bright and shiny in Florida. Mister is just guessing what our questions will be and replying. Florida, time for that TCC meetup at Universal Studios. How do I loom at the buyer's agreement on mobile? People who have selective reading, says Mr. Salvi Balak. Hey, what's up, Mr. Salvi? Dude, why is eBay not working on my phone? What the hell? I'm just trying to price up this card. We're pricing up the card. The queue is empty. So, you know, when the queue is empty, I kind of rant a little more. Here we are. If you're trying to look at the buyer's agreement, you need to hold down the link and it will highlight it. And then what you can do is just drag over your ability to sort of like copy it. So you need to like pull over the highlighter until it's over the entire link. Then just tap that once it's highlighted and choose copy. At that point, open it up in a browser, okay? So you can go over to like Chrome or whatever you use and go open it in a browser after that. Oh, that's a PSA 6. So this one's a PSA 9. It's going to be $46. Here it is, $46. Yeah, we're just kind of ranting, rambling right now because we're just pricing up slabs. And you can rant and ramble while you're pricing up slabs. Florida. You can't highlight it. I can highlight it. Here, let me open it up on my stream. Maybe it's different phones. All right, so I should be able to go to the description, expand the description. So we have this here, and I should just be able to go like here. All right, see that? So you just need to basically just select it in that way, and then you can either click copy or you can click open link. And that'll take you to the agreement when you press open link. So let me see what happens when I press it. Close that. So there we go. So I clicked open link and it took me right over here. See? There you have it. So that's how I would do it. If you have any other questions as a new guy, I'm here to help you. OP, you're not even on the same planet. Just stop. Me? Who's OP? I can 6 and I'm on my phone. It works on my iPhone. 6 says I can't. 6! What are you saying, 6? 6, what kind of phone are you playing on? All right, we're going to say PSA 9, Machoke. Oops, Machike. And 177. All right, Machoke 177. So he's going to be, is he Japanese? I need a Japanese 9. I don't see a Japanese 9. Let's say Japanese here. All right, Japanese. $25. It's very possible. I'm a big dumb. You funny, man. But I don't have an iPhone. What? You don't have an iPhone? All right, guys, we're starting the 6 iPhone fund. We got to help 6 get an iPhone. What time is it? 2:36. We've been live for a little over 2 hours. The stream is definitely slowed down. And we're just pricing up these new returns. Let's see how many we can price up quickly before it's time for me to go have like lunch or something. Actually, you know, I could stop here and have lunch because I know Karis probably eats lunch right around now. We are, but no, I don't think that's a good idea. We should. I think normally we'd run the stream for 3 hours, so I think maybe we should stick to that schedule. Here's pair 6. Pair 6. Okay. That guy was making all kinds of controversial content. He makes money on controversy. 072. All right. This is going to say 50. Haha. That's a nice 10. This is a nice 10. Ooh. All right. Ooh, I way behind. My iPhone 14. No, I have an iPhone. Oh, you have an iPhone? We are. I didn't know that. All right. iPhones are better, right, 6? Let's tell those Android users how it really is. Ha! Android. This will be 560. Ha! Android. I didn't know I was better than you. Who's using an Android? Let's grab this. I remember when the iPhone came out back in like 2006, 2007, how crazy it was. There were people like lining up for miles to get it. I remember all that. I didn't get an iPhone until we started this channel. That was the first time I bought an iPhone, was 7 years ago. Everyone I knew had an iPhone, not me. I just upgraded my iPhone 11. I love my Samsung. What? I'm just teasing, Mr. Jeff. You know, I bet you that, if anything, iPhone's been losing its dominance in the phone sector to some degree because it's like, they're not innovating. There's nothing left to innovate. So they're just kind of running on the fumes of their previous value brand, their brand recognition. And they got to come up with something new, maybe not. I don't know. Actually, I feel like it's the same way with the consoles. Like, what are the consoles supposed to do these days? Yeah, the PlayStation, the Xbox, and the Nintendo. Like, there's nothing left to do. Just be cheap and be fast, and that's it. Have a good controller. I think the battleground is going to be all with software. It's not going to be hardware anymore over time. That's my theory, is it's not going to be about hardware. I don't think there's going to be as much money to make because there are no more innovations. It's just, you know, gaming on your flat screen TV. It's going to be that way for a little while. Mark Zuckerberg, he tried to do virtual reality. How did that turn out? Did you guys hear about that? Meta getting shut down? God, dude. Meta was so stinky. He wasted $80 billion on Meta just to shut it down later. Just to shut it down. Not Meta, the company. I'm sorry. The Metaverse. So he shuts it down later. That was going to be the future. The future. You're going to get into the Metaverse and have a meeting in virtual reality. Right? That was his whole thing for a while. It's like a grifter, man. Yeah. I'm going to live with the headset on my head. How did that go? People always say, like, well, it's the technology. And maybe it is. Maybe in theory, the technology is so good in the future that people just want to use it. But, man, I don't know. I don't think it's just the technology. I think that virtual reality is a hard sell. It's cool. Wait, why did I write down 200? It's supposed to be 20. It's cool. It's like, now you can see boobies in 3D, I guess. I had a headset. I used it like 5 times, and then I was like, nah. Also, it gave my eyes like eye strain. I was like, wow, that is a hard limit to your product if it's going to give you eye strain every time you use it. My first phone was a car phone. We had to carry it. It was heavy then. Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. I've seen those in the movies. You know, I never saw one of those in real life, but I saw those in the movies. And I remember when my dad got a cell phone, he was so excited about it. He was really into technology. And they were so large back then. They were like these large phones, and you had to pull a wire up off the top. You are? But I've seen those car phones in the movies before. It was really interesting. All right, so this guy's supposed to be 30. We're going to make him 24. We're going to do 24. He can't cost more or the same as Charmeleon. Come on. Mr. Samsung is winning the phone war nowadays for the new phone sales. For overall market, Apple is still ahead, but not by much. Plus, Samsung makes the old screens for iPhone talk about a double dip. Oh, they make the screens for iPhone anyways? That's interesting. Yeah, I guess one of the reasons why I'll probably just keep using iPhone is just because I've gotten used to it. But I'm open-minded. You know, I'm not a kind of guy who does, like, brand loyalty too hard. Here's Gengar. So just for the convenience, I'll probably just keep using the iPhone. If Samsung had something about it that was a big deal, I would then just swap over. So if they had some kind of serious innovation, or let's say like Apple had some major restriction for how you could use your phone, but Samsung did not, then maybe I would swap for that reason too. You know, it's that kind of stuff. When it comes to phones, I really don't care. There's very little brand loyalty. All right, we're doing $25 on Gengar there. That's a 9. 9 Gengar. iPhones are just so easy to use. Yeah, after using it for a while, I know how to use it. And so Samsung's got that disadvantage where it's like, oh man, I don't want to have to reuse them. Okay, so Mr. Albert says, I have slabs with him right now. We're going to say Albert, Austin, consign. We got slabs, guys. We got slabs. We got a lot. 6 and Albert are going to be doing some slab consign. Oh, yeah. And then, let's see. We got a couple 9s here. We got just a couple, actually. We don't have a lot of 9s from this return. We got a lot of 10s in this return. How lucky. Can't believe Jeff is Team Android. I had the iPhone since I was a kid. You had an iPhone as a kid? Man, when I was in college, I had like a broken BlackBerry rip-off Walmart brand phone. I had that like almost my whole life. When I left home, I had my sister's old phone. That's what I had when I left. And I never upgraded. I almost didn't use it. The only way I communicated was on my, I had like an iPad at some point, and the iPad became my default way of communicating. I communicated over Wi-Fi. And then the phone was really just for like 911. That was it. So I used the phone for 911 if you need an emergency, which I never did. Or something really serious like, you know, like something legal or something. There we go. All right, but the iPhone, that only came into my life 7 years ago. But, you know, I'd played around with the iPad, and I thought that was a lot of fun. All right, so 012. But the iPad was a cheap way to live because I didn't have a phone plan. And it did Wi-Fi really well. So that was how I survived back then. I had virtually, you know, I had like a phone plan for the little BlackBerry ripoff where it was like you paid for minutes and then you didn't have to renew them until you used them all. And then I didn't use them like virtually at all. They just never got used. So I almost never bought more minutes. Here we are. All right. 22. My first cell phone was a Kyocera with the blue-black light. Apple is about the ecosystem now. The longer you have it, the more integrated it becomes and harder to switch. I recently upgraded from iPhone 8 Plus, and that was a decade old from my high school days. I upgrade iPhones pretty frequently because I actually use them for this stream. So we just got this one, the one we're using right now. The other one was only like 2 years old. So, but it's easily the price is easily justified because we got to make sure that we have a really good stream quality, a really good recording quality, really good microphone quality. So we like the fresh microphone. Mewtwo, I don't know, 25 bucks maybe. There we go. A couple of these 9s popping up. All right. Well, guys, we were busy in the beginning and then slowed down a little while afterwards. That's probably going to be the end of the daytime stream. Thank you all for being here. We have this nice tag return. We've just started getting into it, but we're not done. There's about, I want to say about 50 or 60% of it is left. So there's still a lot of slabs to price up. So when the nighttime stream rolls around, we'll mostly be working on pricing up these new beautiful tag slabs. And of course, we have to continue our rotation of the M box and just doing whatever you guys want to do. I don't care. It's the new late at PayPal order to add to my shipping. Oh, yes. Okay, so let's see. PayPal order. Okay, let's see. Yes, Alexis should be in tonight for shipping, by the way, guys. Mewtwo V-Star. All right. Here you go, Mr. Ivan. Thanks, man. There we go. Well, then, I'll see you tomorrow. See you later, Mr. Jeff. You have a nice night, man. And, what are the things we could do for the next stream? Well, we never picked out a heartbreak. We have the rare candy break. I've thought about starting a bubblegum Mickey Mouse break. I've thought about doing that. I don't know if that will be popular enough. I don't think we should do that until the waifu break is over. Poke Shuffles are pretty full. They could probably use another card. Live Customs are pretty full, but they could probably use another card. I'm trying to think about what's real exciting. We got Perfect Order. That set we just had to do a restock because we were running low on it. Perfect Order, surprisingly popular. Oh, I know what we really like going on right now. This 151 surprise. Nobody has pulled Gengar Pikachu. It's at a fantastic price of $6. One of my favorite items on the menu right now. So we're advertising that one a lot because I think it's such a great item. And just for now, we're able to keep the price at $6. When it runs out, it's going to have to rise. And we don't want that. But that's just how it's going to be. And then, are we waiting for a new card set? There was Ninja Spinner. I don't think Ninja Spinner was very popular. We're waiting on the new Final Fantasy set to arrive, hopefully soon. And I can't think of anything super unusual. All right, guys, I'm hopping off. Do you still do Pokebras? No, the Pokebras are gone. We have this new product called the Binder Break. It's $40. Your odds are 1 in 4. So it's a break, and it's for a whole bunch of ungraded cards, just like the Pokebras. But look how much you get in one round. One guy walks away with virtually a whole bag of cards, like this Charmander, Noctowl, Gengar, Druddigon, Pikachu, Tyranitar. Look how many cards it is. A lot of cards. Some of these poker cards, some of these Halloween cards, some of these Korean cards, some XY era. So this is all in one. Here, let's put these together. This is all in one baggie, and it goes to just one person. He gets the whole stack. The entire thing goes to one guy. And so if you could get pulled out of here, it'd be pretty tremendous. You probably have some cards to grade or some cards to put into your binder. We even included a fun little booster pack at the back just because we were doing giveaways with that booster pack. Mister, can I make a last order? Can you see my comments? Yeah, you can make a last order. If you send in the order right now. I was this close to wrapping up. I was about to hit the off button. Ow. Oh, my legs. He's not ignoring you, promise. Haha. It's actually really hard to see comments in vertical unless I open up the I'm doing it off of the YouTube app, but it's much easier to see it if you actually open up the live stream in Chrome, and then you can see the comments way better. But I tried to do that today and it didn't work. My legs. I liked the Pokebras. Yeah, they're still around actually, but they're not priced anymore. Here they are. Here's what remains of them. You know what I do with these now? They go into the binder break now. And so this is all that remains. But as fun as they were, sort of, the binder break has seen much more success as a product. People like it better. It's gone off 12 times. You do the math. That's 12 times 4 times 40. 12 times 4 times 40. So let's see. 12 times 4 times 40. Almost $2,000 in sales from the binder break. Compare that to the Pokebras, where it's like, you know, somebody would occasionally buy a $10 Pokebra or whatever it was costing. It just wasn't moving. People didn't like it for some reason. But when you put a gigantic sort of like prize together, and then you turn it into a 1 in 4 odds, people then go, whoa, that sounds fun. My friend met the voice actor of Muscle Man recently. He died. Muscle Man's dead. That voice actor has passed away. Did you know that? What are the new stream times? Well, we were running into a problem with the evening stream where it was just starting at 5 p.m. and running till 8 p.m. And that's exactly when my wife is off work. So the whole reason we reconfigured the schedule was so that I could spend more time with her. And yet somehow we ended up slowly shifting into this nighttime stream, this dinner time stream that was no good. We did just receive a Mr. Jeff order. Mr. Jeff, you want me to service that? It is 151 times 3 and Sneaker Bunko as well. So we're trying another new experimental time. We're trying to find something that fits just right. It's really tough. We're trying to start at 11 p.m. at night. That's Missouri time, by the way. 11 p.m. at night. And that also pushes the morning time stream out to like 12. Because, you know, if I get off at 4 a.m., I'm probably not going to be awake till about 12. I sense an order. Here you go, Mr. Jeff. All right, Mr. Jeff. Tossing this. What do we got? Here's Pinsor. Here's Dragonite and Chansey. All right, no Gengar Pikachu out of there. Here are the girls. Here's a holo. Sneaky Bunko. Oh, woohoo. You never know when you're going to pull a signature, you know. All right, there's the blue hair girl. Here's this holographic. And oops, and here's a holo and a holo. Wait, Sam Marin passed. I thought he was alive. Not Muscle Man. Muscle Man is dead. That gentleman passed away at a pretty young age, I might add. I don't know what the reason for his passing was. I think he had an illness. And it's just really sad to hear about. But, you know, that's why you got to have some fun while you're still alive, baby. You got to have some fun. You guys are retired now. It's your retirement. We're just enjoying retirement together, guys. All right. There we go. Mr. Jeff. Anyways, I didn't think that way when I was younger, but now that I've turned 37, I feel that way increasingly. When I was a young man, when I was like 18, all I thought about was preparing for retirement. Now I'm 37, and I'm like, bro, I need to go outside. So my thinking has changed a little bit as I get older. All right, so Mr. Jonas wants an Upper Deck Halo pack. Ooh. I'm older and I feel a little less stingy. See, when I was younger, I was like an extreme stingy person. Now I'm only slightly stingy. Now I'm only slightly extremely stingy. But no, I'm serious. When I was younger, I was so damn stingy because I was so focused on being able to save up money. And I'm older now and I have some money. And now I just want to have a little bit of fun. Before I get too old. Before I'm like you can have money in your 50s and your 60s too, right? But it's not the same. You know, I can't go to the club anymore. They'll reject me. We have Fighter's Ambition? You bought 3 packs of Fighter's Ambition. Oh, here's 2 packs of Fighter's Ambition. And 3 packs! Woohoo! All right. Oh, here it is. I found it. I found the Fighter's Ambition. All right, good. We have more too, okay? So we have more Fighter's Ambition. Now's the time to have fun. Because you don't get younger, you get older. And so that means, let me think about it, working more hours. When I was a young boy. Only the beginning of that song's any fun, by the way. Once the regular part of the song comes in, it's like, boring. But yeah, the beginning of it's pretty memorable, isn't it? It's one of those early 2000s teen rebel punk hot topic kind of song. Here it is. What would you call that even? Oh, scene kid maybe? Oh, you got a golden weapon drop plasma launcher classic. That whole record is goated. I don't know if I've heard the whole record. The Arbiter from Halo Wars. Ooh, I should give that to Karis, man. She just finished Halo Wars. Karis just finished playing it. I'm very proud of her. I don't think I don't know how popular real-time strategy games are with girls, but Karis, when she was playing it, she pointed out how much harder it was than any other video game she played. She was like, wow, you basically only have to think with this game. A lot of games are like point and shoot or run around or race cards or something like that. Real-time strategy, you sit down and you have to make the most logical choice over and over and over again. It is. All right, you know, there's micro and macro. The micro maybe is closer to like shooting a gun, but even micro is like you're trying to make quick decisions. You're not aiming quite as much. It's about quick decisions. Mr. Jonas. Here you go, Mr. Jonas. Some lovely cards here for a lovely gentleman. You got Son Goku's Spirit Bomb Absorbed. That's just an SR, not an SPR. So nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy here. Just some cards. And we got them in your bag. New Disney Plus show comes out today. Darth Maul Shadow Lord. I saw the ad for that, but man, I'm too traumatized. I think I would just stay away from it. I don't want to try and like Star Wars again. It would actually upset me because I know they're not going to treat it well. I know they're going to treat it poorly. I can't do it. I've been hurt too many times. All right, here's a quick order for Mr. Team Rocket Grunt near the very end of the stream. Oh my gosh, there's 2 orders. So Team Rocket Grunt says, a live custom, please ship my slabs and bag. Okay. So a little Team Rocket Grunt shipping. Today's a good day to do shipping because, you know, Alexis does shipping on Mondays. 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is. Maybe she should do shipping on Thursdays and Mondays to give some time between them. That's a cold one. All right. Ta-da! All right. And shipping of your bag and slabs. TRG. Wendy's traumatized. You are the father. You are the father. You are not the father. Doo-ba-doo-doo. We'll make this label a little heavier. I'll assume you got a couple slabs. How many slabs you got, Team Rocket Grunt? You got like 20 slabs, right? Mister, what are we going to do? Wednesday's closing 500 stores this year, and Pizza Hut's closing 250. I think you meant to say Wendy's is closing 500 stores. I never eat at Wendy's, so it doesn't affect me. As for Pizza Hut, I do like Pizza Hut, but they're not like the best food ever, to be honest. They're kind of like, you get sick if you eat Pizza Hut. It's so greasy. It's so calorie heavy. Their model depended on the idea that other stores, other fast food restaurants did not deliver food, right? But now that DoorDash exists, I don't have to have Pizza Hut delivered. I can get steak delivered, fried chicken. I can get hamburgers delivered, hot dogs, ice cream sandwiches, whatever I want. So they relied on a business model that is now antiquated, and they are not standing up to the competition. It's not a good situation for them. Now, and there's so many pizza shops. Papa John's, Domino's, Pizza Hut is too many. It's saturated because pizza used to be a good product, and now it's not as good of a product. There we go. What's your favorite pizza, everybody? You got a favorite pizza? I actually think my favorite pizza brand is Pizza Hut. But even then, I wouldn't rank them high as like a food source. Pizza Hut gets like a C, dude. I would rank them like a C. And then I just eat at them because they're my favorite among the pizza brands. But that means Domino gets lower than a C. Little Caesars lower than a C. Or, you know, like maybe they are a C, but they're on the same. Like, they're just not good. You can't be eating that stuff all the time. It's so heavy. What is it? Like bread, salt, a bucket of cheese, and then like processed cured meats. It's the worst. There's just nothing about it that's good. You can use DoorDash to have a baked chicken or even fried chicken, which is not super good for you, but hey, chicken breast is chicken breast. You can have sushi delivered to you. That's not bad. Yeah, it's just not a great food item. It's really never been good. Pizza's not a great food item. Bucket of cheese. Think of the cholesterol. At least there's protein, I guess, but yeah. I think pizza companies might have to shrink. I don't think they're going to go out of business, but they're going to shrink because the demand is lower. People only wanted pizza because they could have it delivered. Now you can deliver anything. You know what I want to be able to deliver to my home in terms of food? a big slice of turkey breast, freshly baked, a little bit of gravy, some mashed potatoes, and some green bean casserole or something like that, like a straight up Thanksgiving dinner plate. God, I would order that all the time. It's like such a basic, decent food. Mashed potatoes and a slice of roasted turkey. Maybe like broccoli or something. Like that is, you could just eat that every day. You'd never die. Nothing would go wrong if you just had that every day. It's such a simple food. But TCC Rocket Grunt says, don't forget the slabs. Have no fear. Can I do a big last order? If you send it in right now, I'm not going to say no to money. Let's get that order. We actually have to hit refresh here. Please include my consignment slabs. I have a Machamp and Jumpluff with you. Oh, okay, hold on. That's an important detail. I didn't catch that at first. You say you have a Jumpluff and a Machamp. All right, so you would like your consignment slabs shipped. Let's try to find those right now. A what? A Jumpluff and a Machamp. Let's see. Some other tricks I can do, Mr. Team Rocket Grunt. I can also forward. Here's the Jumpluff. The Machamp, he is a Topps card. Where did I last see him? Is he still on the table? You know, another thing I can do for you, I can actually forward slabs to your PSA vault. So if you ever need me to do that, that is available as well, everybody. I'm not seeing you here. Are you still potentially on the table? No, wait. Maybe you're in the expensive slabs box. Where would I put a card like that? I'm just trying to think. A card like that might have gone down here by accident. Oh no, this is going to be a pain in the butt if I can't find it quickly. Kava. Oh no. Let me see if I took a picture of it for the expensive slabs channel, because sometimes that's a good sign that that's where it's at. I don't see them. Let's be logical about this. Let me put these away. Let me put these back into the pricey slabs box. And let's search at it. Let's search for it in the most efficient way. I think step number one, we need to check out the table. I don't think he's still on the table, but he could be. I should have some rules about this, but you know what happens? The consignment slabs, they slip in with other slabs if I don't notice them. The other thing that happens is the consignment box fills up. So this is going to say Team Rocket Grunt on it. TRG. The Jumpluff is located, so that part is done at least. And then, I don't think I'm going to run into you here, am I? Okay, that was just the Topps card with the Lord of the Rings. You don't happen to remember the last time you saw it up on the table, do you? Yeah, let's see. Here's another clue. Let me see if I took a picture of it and added it to the consignment table. Consign. Yes, I did take a picture of it and put it into the consignment box, most likely. So the question is, why did we not run into it right away? So let me continue searching in the consignment box for it. This would be way easier if the consigned slabs could be like sorted more easily, but they basically can't. I would have to have like another shelf. Aha! Here it is. Safe and sound, exactly where it belonged. Found it. Okay, good. If we had like another shelf, I could alphabetize the consignment slabs, and that would make it even easier. Shows you that there's kind of there's a constraint to our stream where it's like we need enough room. All right, there we go. Thank you for that. Arturo Perez, 2 Pokey Shuffles. Here you go, real quick. Mr. Pokey Shuffle, Mr. Arturo. Might be East Coast, but it is a chain. 1, 2, 3. Mediterranean Chipotle. Boom. 2 cold ones this time, Mr. Arturo. I'm sorry, man. No luck. Oops. We ought to put a 9 in the Pokey Shuffles. There should be a 9 in the box. We always add 10s, but there ought to be a 9 added. Now here we have a Joseph Smith order for 2 Pokey Shuffles. Joseph Smith, good luck. TCC, you ever have Kava? No, I've never had Kava. What's that? 2, 3, 1, 2. Boop. 2 cold ones. Mr. Joseph Smith. I'm sorry. Joseph Smith, 2 cold ones. And this, I believe, is Mr. Gordon. He says he'll take a prismatic. Okay, 1 prismatic. He says he'll take an Ascended Heroes. Oh, no. Oh, no, I have to open up a new box for that. Okay, and then he'll take EB3. Okay, here's an EB3. And 2 more. Fighter's Ambition. All right, we got the Fighter's Ambition here. All right, let me go get some more of the Ascended Heroes. I'll be back. All right. You're over here making me open this order? Oh my God, bro. What are you doing, bro? Overwhelming table. How are you today on this fine Monday, Mr. Jonas? Ascended Heroes always breaks my heart. Mr. I had another order too. All right, 1 more order for Mr. Jeffy Weffy. 1 of these. I'll just place this like this. And this under here. And we'll throw this back here. And we'll throw this perhaps over here. And this can go into here. All right, we just throw the rest away. So there it is. Mr. Jonas, good luck, man. Got 2 of those? Yes. All right. Let's see, snipping this. And we're snipping these. Thanks for the shipping. No problem, man. Thanks for being a big customer. And I hope you can get those 2 cards, the Jumpluff and the Mod Champ, sold quickly. eBay's probably going to be the trick, huh? I wish I had the ability to like list them on eBay for you and do that quickly and with low fees, but I just don't have that ability. I don't have like a seller advantage. Sun Goten. Because, you know, some cards are pretty hard to find a buyer for. You need like a wide reach. And eBay's got that wide reach, but it's got high fees. Okay, here's Iron Hands. Look at that Iron Hands. And he, oh man, I still gotta get that QuickBooks working again. Here's Petra Runt. Ooh, all right, no super exciting snipes in there, Mr. Jonas. Those Pokemon packs are tough. They are so tough. $20 for an Iron Hands. I don't know, dude. That is so tough. There we go. And there we go. Okay. Thank you for buying today, Mr. Jonas. Appreciate it, man. Here's a Mr. Jeff order. He wants 4 of the 151 surprise and 3 of the Sneaker Bunko Volume 2. All right. Mr. Jeff. Set that there. All right. We priced up a lot of slabs today, didn't we? We got that surprise tag return in. There we go. There we go. There we go. 2, 3, 4. Good luck. We're trying to pull that Gengar Pikachu. And these packs are at a great price right now. Now, we got you 4 of those. Let's get 3 of the Sneaker Bunkos. Oh, you're killing me, Smalls. We need another box of that, too. All right, give me a second. All right, here we are. I wish I could keep all the product in the room, like right next to me. That would be so nice. Sadly, we cannot do it that way. There we go. There's just too much product. I shouldn't have told people we were ending the stream. Look, we only got 40 people watching. We had like 65 before I said that. Shouldn't have said that because I think everyone moved on. We stayed live for like another 20 minutes, another 30 minutes. All right, nothing crazy popping out. 1, 2, 3. Okay. You can have the promo. I figure you opened a bunch of these, so. What's the top card you opened today, says Mr. Marcus? Gosh, that's a great question. What do you guys think the top card was today? Well, it's probably a pull from our Poke Shuffles. That's a custom booster pack that we sell, or a custom item, I should say. And so I'd say probably was the McDonald's Pikachu 10. Wasn't there another card that was $100 that got pulled? Oh, there was like $100 more worth of slabs that got pulled out of the Poke Shuffles. Here we are. But he re-rolled one of them. So yeah, if you want to talk about the most generous pulls, probably stuff coming out of the Poke Shuffle and the live customs. Oh, right. 6 pulled a Charmander too. The Charmander 6 pulled was nice. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Here's a full art. So it wasn't the booster packs that were most generous. It was actually the live customs and the Poke Shuffles. They're so easy for those items to be generous because slabs are generous. Here's a, the whole pack got crimped. So you can keep those crimped cards. Here's Vaporeon and Jolteon. All right, there it is, Mr. Jeff. Jeff, this round, nothing real crazy popping out. You do pick up a nice box topper for free. Here it is. So you get that box topper. The box toppers can be serious business. You know that, Jeff, because they are distinctive artworks that you can't pull out of the rest of the box. Right, like we're doing that waifu break. I don't know if you're in that one. Here it is. This waifu break, that one's going to go off, and it's a really, I guess it's a bonkers expensive card because when you look at it online, it's really expensive, and I think it's sold for a lot of money too, isn't it? Here you go, Jeff. I don't remember. I priced it a while back. But you see stuff like that, and it's really interesting. I've seen that happen with box toppers before, like the Ayakashi Triangle pair sold for like $300 or something. The artworks are in the box as well. Not that one. I know for a fact that's not in there. Maybe the other one is. I don't know for certain, but I didn't recognize that either. But this is certainly not in the Sneaker Bunko booster packs. All right. Let's see. Sub up, and I like the stream, and like the stream chat. Yes, it is. This is not in Sneaker Bunko 2 booster packs. We've opened like, how many cases of this have we opened? We've opened, I ordered 16 cases of it, and we have 7 cases remaining. So I've opened 9 cases of this product. This is a box topper only. But maybe you're talking about maybe like a different product. Mister, I made more Dragon Ball. You made more Dragon Ball? Hold on, let me take a quick look at this. Mr. Jonas says, you made more Dragon Ball, huh? 4 more of those fighters' ambitions. All right. Ugh. What's so interesting about that card is the fact that it can only be pulled as a box topper. That's what's interesting about it. Tossing this over here, and that's part of what made it so expensive in the end. Ugh. Whew. All right, Fighter's Ambition, huh? What are we selling these at? I'm curious about this product. Okay. Ours is in English. All right. So Fighter's Ambition, according to this, should be a little close to like $10 or something. What are we selling ours at? The thing is, this might be our last box of it. We're selling it at 7. I think I'm going to make an adjustment to that. That's no premium on that, but it should be about $10 now. So we are almost sold out of this, and we're going to let those last products sell through at their regular price. All right, here it is. Fighter's Ambition. Let me make this adjustment before we open these. That should be the order of operations. All right. You know, Dragon Ball's been out of control, man. It's a product that is basically out of control, and this one has been underpriced probably for a while. Probably it's one of those products I just never check up on it, so it's probably years old. How long have we had Fighter's Ambition, everybody? Hasn't it been like multiple years? Here it is. When did it come out? It came out... probably just snipped the date. When did this come out? I wish they made it easier to find the date. All right, snipping this. There we go. And snipping this. Here we are. All right, so here's Son Gohan and Android 13 Nightmarish Combination Shenron and Vegeta All Out Evolution. There you go, Mr. Jonas. Now, Jonas, you got those packs at a really good price, and now the box is running lower, and we still have some packs in that box, but they'll cost slightly more. We adjusted the packs to have no premium on them, but to just cost the current market price, okay? So they've had a slight adjustment to them, okay? Just letting you know that. It's a good product still. You might find another Dragon Ball product that's underpriced as well, because I do not keep up with Dragon Ball very well. That's just the truth. Let me close this, and let me head over here to orders. That was released in 2022. Oh, yes, it's been a very long time. We've had that product for a while, man. One Waifu Shuffle. Here goes Joseph Smith. He says, give me that snipe. You could actually snipe a slab out of here with a single card. It could really happen. Boom. Old Maid Meowth. All right, there you go. There's that snipe. All right. That is what makes this set so fun. That is Meowth, Mr. Joseph Smith. What are we doing with Meowth? Let's go, lol. That's a single card snipe out of the Waifu Shuffles. That set was released in 2022. Mr. Check, please. Sub up and like the stream. By the way, if you guys are enjoying the stream, don't forget to subscribe so that you know when we're live next time. All right, you're keeping your one-pack snipe. I like it, Joseph. We'll say snipe. I wrote a little snipe on the back for you. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Joseph. And I think we're done now. I think we're all caught up. My camera's pushed over. Okay, this card, 4 spots remain. Metal Charizard, he just started. He's already 4 spots deep, 11 spots remain. Snorlax not seeing too much action. I think that happened to him last time, actually. Somebody jumped in and wanted to buy this, wanted to break it, but then no one else followed him in or something. But he's got a move called Incredible Snore, and he's from Hidden Fates, which I think is very cool. And I don't expect that card to get way cheaper over time. I expect him to get more expensive as we get further away from 2019, because he is a Snorlax. And the Hidden Fates collection is such an iconic set, so I like this card a lot. Man, we're just having a lot of fun, man. I'm feeling like lately on the stream, I've been having a lot of fun. The Waifu Shuffles and the live customs have become this whole thing. I do feel like we're a breaks channel. We do carry all the booster packs, a great variety of them. And I'm interested in always keeping up with the booster packs. But, man, we really enjoy doing a lot of breaks, don't we? I don't know why. I think it's because I myself, have you ever watched how I collect cards? I just collect slabs. That's what I do. I collect slabs. So maybe that's kind of what my store's turned into as well. All right, guys, I'm hopping off. Thank you very much. I'll see you for the evening, the nighttime stream, which shall take place in about 9 hours. See you there, guys, or 8 hours.